News at 11. Oh.
Batman
Tonight.
Dude, my guy started with the
is
D's
a
at 11, bro.
bastard.
This isn't Outlast. This isn't
Dream with
Outlast.
sports.
Am ready.
You are ready. You are ready. You're here.
This
You're
night
locked.
in the world of hockey.
You're
We've
locked
lost
in, bro?
So many teeth.
Yeah, we have lost so many teeth. You're locked in, though, right? You're locked in?
We are
You're in?
The lips
You're
are
in.
locked.
I
The
think
lips are
we're
locked.
Fucking rolling.
Hey yo, who looking to lock? I'm a
Hey, yo,
lonely
hey, yo,
single and
I'm
I'm
in
ready
line,
to
brother.
mingle.
I'm in line, brother. I'm in.
My name is
I'm here.
Marjorie.
Not with that kind of name, bro. I take it back.
What if I named myself? What if I said my name was Margarine?
You know we still gotta do the mobster titles. You know we.
Yeah.
Gotta...
Oh,
Yeah.
no! Don't tell anybody. He's a
Yo,
mobster
you,
turtle.
you gotta do the
I've already
mobster
thought of-
voice. You know?
The mobster. Hey yo, I come into the
I want to
club.
run a campaign where it's entirely 100% just mobster turtles.
Dude,
Oh, so it's-
we
so
were
it's just
talking
gang
about
violence?
yeah. No, me
Yeah,
and
just
Vic
gang
originally talked about that. We were like, we should make fucking. We were like
Or
the
not.
mafia, but it's turtles. Like that's
So-
what we
so-
said. We said the mafia,
Every-
but it's turtles, and then
every
that's where that
session-
idea was born.
It's like
Criminal
you're in
syndicate.
you're in your like mafia home, like your base of operations, and the entire session is you guys walking to the front door to go do your job.
That's about the pace that the Dawn Ravens fucking travel at. Okay.
Okay,
No,
listen.
no, they
No,
don't.
hold on. Okay,
Y'all are about as y'all are travel at half the speed of smell.
okay. Listen,
Ooh.
because we want RP and we want to get story.
Hey, yo, the Maelstrom RP just fine, and we still got our shit done.
Y'all
in a
got-
reasonable
How are
amount of
your
time.
sessions?
Y'all got shit
Yo.
done.
Yo,
Okay, I'm looking forward
yo.
to Solidus coming back once the party reaches
What?
20, though.
I can't hear. I lost
it's like,
that.
okay.
What did you
A
say?
turtle,
Oh, is that the
a
agreement?
mobster turtle session is like taking the YouTube video of a Dawn Raven session and then 0.25x speeding it. That's what it is.
I love it. I need it. So,
That's
hello everybody.
legit what it is. What's up, Chief? My guy. He's my guy. It's a podcast and shit, bro.
It's-
Are we doing an intro? I don't know.
Well,
This is
are we
some
just
hell of
not
an
gonna
intro right
bullshit
here,
around
bro.
it?
Yo.
Welcome to the
Vic is here.
Dipshits podcast
Exactly, bro.
with your host
What is this?
Diogen Jochi.
Yo.
I'm fucking with you guys. It's Diogen
Yeah.
Rochi, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Behold, for I have joined the ranks of the podcasters. I've not been involved in nary a fortnight.
We don't play that
Bro,
game
what?
here.
Verily,
what?
I visit upon thee mine gifts of speak.
Dude, lock thine lips, brother.
That's-
I think you should give. I think you should give us
I
the
don't know
gift
about
of
that,
silence
fucker, but-
instead.
Yeah, we have Vincenzo Stevens.
How
We
many
got
people? How many people?
League
clicked
of
off?
Draven.
How many people?
God, we lost five.
Many- many
Lost
people
five,
clicked
15 listeners easily.
I goob my boss.
That's me. I go by
What?
boss. Hello, my name is Gooba
Gooba-
Boss.
I goob a boss.
A Gooba Boss.
Yeah, and then we have Draven from League of Legends, and then we have
Yes.
Vincenzo Stevens because
Yes.
we can.
Draven from League of Legos, and of course,
League of
And Victor-
Legos?
and then Victor Stevens. Yes, Victor Stevens from the Stevens family show. You know,
Family show thing,
I don't know
With-
what the
with
name
the
of it was.
TV.
Wasn't it called
I
like the
love it.
Stevens? Even Stevens.
something like that.
That's what.
Wow, wow, nice
I got
recollection
it.
there, buddy.
I got it. I got it. I got
That's
it.
what it is.
I got it.
I don't watch
Even
Bronze
Stevens. See,
Yeah.
I
That's
used to
some-
watch television, and you know, I as Mr. Victor 17 over there has said.
I
17
used to.
Excuse me?
I
17, no older.
I used to
I'm
watch
sorry?
TV once when I was not.
as he would say. No, as he would say. A fortnight ago.
A fortnight
Been
ago.
nary a fortnight.
Lock thine lips, fine chap.
But yes. Welcome to the podcast, people.
Well, welcome, bro. Yo,
God.
we actually got Vic back after like 40 episodes.
Oh yes,
Like,
that is amazing.
It's been almost
it's
a year, hasn't it?
Almost,
Bruh.
yeah. Almost.
Good fucking night. I'm sorry, guys.
That'd
Yeah,
be
we're in
about as
season
long as
2,
it's been
episode 8, aka episode 60, which
How
is
could you do that?
crazy.
How could you
We've
betray us
been
like
doing this shit for a long time. We had Draven on before too. Draven was here before. He's back.
About-
He
about
hasn't been
70.
on here since like 50 episodes and shit too. So it's
Told
it's
you,
been a
man.
minute. It's been a
I'm
minute.
70.
So what
You
you're
wanna
saying is we got some
Yeah.
ultra rares. players. in
We
Drop.
got the
Yeah,
ultra
and then you got
rare,
me.
bro.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Then you got me. I'm like the
is-
bird. I'm the bird Pokemon of the game.
See, we can
Fucking
finally break.
Spearow over here.
We can finally break from the shell of calling Smog bald all the time and actually come up
Pidgey.
with something original. Hell
What,
yeah!
the Vic being bald? Fuck you.
No,
I know
no,
where this is
I
going.
wasn't even gonna go.
I
No,
know where
wasn't
this
even-
is going.
I wasn't even gonna
Shiny
go
ass,
there.
I've been
I
around
was-
long enough to know.
No, I wasn't even gonna say that. I was not gonna do bald jokes. I was just saying that Smog's bald, and now we can break free from that
Vic?
because we have creative potential.
Vic, I think you've got something on
No.
your face.
Vic
Yeah, it's
inserted
a
it.
beard. Thanks.
No.
Yeah. He has
It's
like
a
a
face.
Vegeta. He has
It's just-
Vegeta's hair, but upside down. That's his beard.
Right?
That's
right?
what- yeah,
I go
it's
Super Saiyan
eyeballs.
and it goes this way.
It's the eyeballs, man.
The hair,
Gross.
imagine
Three of
your
them.
The
beard
all-new
going Super
Apple
Saiyan
eyeballs.
3. Imagine your beard going Super Saiyan 3, Vic.
It was just.
I can't shoot.
you, you become Sonic the Hedgehog.
God.
Bro, I'd be a great dude. What would my hair go? Would my hair just go sideways?
Hmm.
Or I would look like Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I would do because I'm so stupid.
I mean, you
If you
said it,
shaved
not
the
me.
beard, you would look like
No,
Yeah,
the,
it's
because
true.
my
the
hair is
main
so
true.
antagonist.
it'd be so
What was his
stupid.
fucking name?
The main
Who's
antagonist.
Seto Kaiba?
Yeah,
Of what?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You'd
Seto
set a
Kaiba.
Oh,
Kaiba.
If he
Really?
his name is
with
Yugi.
his long ass hair.
Yugi.
No,
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 the
no, the
antagonist.
antagonist. That's
Oh,
bro.
antagonist.
Antagonist.
She
You
said
fuck.
Okay,
antagonist.
I
It's
got
pro.
it. Yeah, I thought
Pro
you said.
Not
Kaiba,
pro,
the
and-
fucking silver-haired Pegasus. Pegasus.
Oh.
You shaved
Oh,
the fucking-
Pegasus.
I don't even know who that is. I
Pegasus.
didn't pay attention to that.
See, I thought
Pegasus
you
is
were
the
talking about-
is the bad guy. He's bad.
Genuinely, I
The
thought you were
original.
talking about the PS5, bro. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, you know, PS5. You shave it, it looks like the antagonist from fucking.
Tell me how does PS5
Looks
did
like
not
Seto
look like
Kaiba.
Seto Kaiba?
It
Tell
does.
Me, tell me
It do.
didn't.
It do
does.
though. It do.
Absolutely.
It do. It do.
100%.
And the
does.
Xbox One X or whatever the fuck it's called, I can't
It's a
remember
mini fridge.
anymore, is a fridge.
It's a mini
It's a
fridge.
fridge.
It's a mini
It's a fridge.
fridge.
And the Xbox One was a VCR. Like that's what it was.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
not
much,
even
pretty
gonna
much.
use the PS5. I'm just gonna take it apart.
And the PS4 is just a Blu-ray
Oh,
player.
my Yu-Gi-Oh
Like it looks like a Blu-ray player. Like
Dude, that would be hilarious. Imagine you just
Okay.
hollow
It does.
out your PS5 just to use as a place to store your like
Fucking
really rare cards.
your
I
Switch
hate
is a
that.
tablet with sticks on it.
Oh,
You need to see what Blockbox just dropped in the shitposting of memes.
Brother.
I see it. I see it.
Yo, Dan,
I see
Dan
it.
is
I
a
hate
wild
it.
one. I tell you
He
what.
switched
I
all the
hate it.
the
What am I
fucking
looking
faces.
at?
You switched a bunch of Switch faces.
I can see that.
Bruh.
And
Bruh,
hairstyles.
What? What?
I hate it.
Why? Why?
Why would
Who
you
the
do
fuck
such
is-
a the
whose
fucking
hairstyles in the
Napa TN,
front?
That's the most offensive one.
Who's the
I
person
hate
in the
that.
front's hair?
You have Babidi Chaozu.
You see that over there? Fucking
You have Celicolo. You have
It's Cell, yeah. Like there's a fucking
Picagita?
Cell.
Pikajita. You have
fucking
Freeland.
Frillin.
Yamcha Tien.
We have
Trunks briefs.
We have Trunks brief, so his name doesn't even change.
Okay, that's canon though, right?
It is.
I don't even know.
And then we have
it's the fucking
Tiamcha.
Napa face that always okay.
Oh,
Blame
damn.
Takahata.
What is wrong with
for that,
what's wrong
okay?
with Gohan?
Because
other than his hair,
though
right?
the original Napa
I don't
voice was
know.
amazing.
It's adult teen Gohan.
Yeah, that's what it
is.
Yeah, it's like
It's
adult.
I'm
I don't
having a
know.
midlife crisis.
What
Alright.
happened to Goku's hair?
Goku is I think that's
Anyway.
what's his face? Shit, Ginyu.
bro, why is he cross-eyed? Goku's.
Who is
They're all
cross-eyed?
cross-eyed.
They're
Look
all.
at them,
That's
they're
how
all-
Toriyama draws things.
That's how he draws things, bro. That's just Toriyama,
Yeah.
bro.
Toriyama's a weird artist.
My
man.
third eye.
Dude,
Speaking of
imagine
third
TN
eye, how long do you
triple
think it's gonna
cross-eyed.
take us to get a third player on Tales of Arise?
Me, I don't have the game though.
You don't need it.
You don't need the
Wait,
game.
what? You never told me that. What?
So
we just need to unlock a character.
I
Oh.
have been having a craving lately. And this craving has been something to the effect of a
Okay.
JRPG that is fully co-op. Like full story mode campaign experience. We all fight in the instances together and shit. And games that have that feature are very scarce. Whether it's action like Dragon's Dogma or, something that's turn-based like Final Fantasy or,
I actually just thought
something
of
Also-
modern like the Final Fantasy remake. Final Fantasy
Before
VII
you
remake.
continue,
Hmm.
I just want to give some context for the people. JRPG means geriatric role playing game.
That's
Only in our
that
group,
starts with
though.
a G. You this dipper.
You guys want a giraffe?
Yeah.
Joe.
Would you how would you like me to wrap your Christmas gift?
It's because you know why? It's because you guys are American and you're fundamentally incorrect and you're stupid.
What do you mean? I just made fun of you, and
I
I'm a
can
Canadian.
No,
I can
don't
go.
do that.
Draven, let's go
I-
fucking play some.
Let's go drive.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shit.
Yeah,
Let's
right,
go
yeah.
drive. Let's go
Let's
drag
to
race.
Station 5 and raise hell and get kicked out.
Let's drag race.
Let's-
Vic's,
So,
Vic's like, bro, I still got the keys to Ocean
drive
5.
up there, cause some help.
So, the Tales
Come on
of
up.
games, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of, all the
Berseria.
Tales games. Yeah,
All the Tales
Berseria,
games.
Zestiria, they're all very similarly named.
Symphonia was the
They
first
have
one, right? Or
all
whatever.
shipped with multiplayer. You just
Yes.
because they're on console, you just plug in another controller. Thank you, Draven. We're gonna need that beat and stick. They've
Oh,
all
dude.
shipped with multiplayer except for Tales of Arise.
Why?
I don't know. This is the first one that was released natively on Steam. They thought, oh, we're not going to need it. We don't program it in.
Did you Google it?
Did not Google it. Well, you know what I did is I went on Nexus Mod.
Oh,
Somebody-
Nexus mods. You know where you can get
Somebody
there?
released
A lot.
the SDK for the game, which is like tier 3 modding. Those
Yup.
are all the tools you need besides like open sourcing the code in the engine. That's like tier 4. That's the highest you can go with. Someone released the SDK, so these guys took the SDK and they created a multiplayer mod for Tales of Arise. That only the host needs to have. There's another utility called Steam Remote Play Whatever, which forces remote play on all Steam games, even if it doesn't
It's
have.
pretty wild. It's sick.
So what Dio and I did is we went in. We're like, "Yo, we gotta try this," and we
Facts.
booted it up and we did some troubleshooting. We got everything to work. It is
I
one
helped.
of the smoothest. Well, yeah, Dio is the troubleshooting guy.
I did the thing. I was Indian.
And this has to be one of the smoothest,
I still am Indian.
coolest multiplayer experiences I've had in such a long time. Because like you enter the battle instance and boom, you're each controlling the separate characters. The camera keeps you both on screen. Everything's good. You each have your own resources and everything. It's true multiplayer. Whereas
works
the AI
really
would normally
well.
be yeah. And the problem was Dio and I are apparently so goddamn good at this game that we were just wiping everything. So
It's teamwork, bro.
So we said we're over here on normal mode, right? And then there's a step above at moderate, and there's no difficulty modes after that. So we're like, what do we do about this?
Until
So
you
we
beat
go
the
to
game, I bet.
DLC, and we find 2 more difficulty modes in the DLC: hard and unknown. I'm like, Dio, Dio, we gotta do it. We gotta try it. So we throw it on unknown mode, right inside the first big dungeon before the first big boss. And we're still mostly mopping up. Now it's finally giving us some challenge. We're dying in 2 hits. We're like, okay, all right, okay.
See,
Yeah, we're
mostly mopping up as in I'm keeping my cool. Vic gets pissed off that he made a mistake.
Yeah, if you make stupid mistakes, this game will punish you. And I make a lot of those.
I'll make a lot of those.
If we get
I'd
to
make a
the,
lot of
we
those.
Hey,
get
that's
to the
part of the fun.
I'd make
so we get wiped a few times, right? And so we're getting used to this. Okay, all right. Now this is different. This is
I'm
is what
sitting here. I'm
for.
like,
This is
teamwork,
exciting.
teamwork.
So we're actually having to strategize rather than just I win the fight. And we get to the first boss, and I realized that we had made a grave mistake. But here's the thing about Pride: it does not allow you to change the difficulty level just because you died.
Oh, I told Vic, I was like, no way.
We went into the first boss, and he's playing the ranged character, and I'm playing the melee character because we only have 2 characters right now. And my dumbass keeps forgetting that after he does the axe slam, he moves so slow that it doesn't register as an attack in my brain. He does this whirling cleave that one-shots. And I keep getting killed by this every single fucking time!
I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, Vic, let me strategize. And then I found
And
an
then I'm
exploit.
down again.
I found an exploit too, where
Yeah.
basically you can do like this combo move at certain periods of like the fight. And whenever Vic went down, I would stall time and do bits of damage until that combo move came in. So whenever you activate the combo move, Vic comes back up with 1 HP. So I don't need to waste healing on
Because
him.
The difference is in this game, there's no magic point system. You can cast spells just like abilities. Boom, there's no limit. You don't run out
Over
of
and
magic
over and
points.
over
What
again.
you do have is cure points. They limit how much you can heal. And if you resurrect somebody, that's 40 cure points versus using first aid on somebody.
38
8.
actually.
Is it 38? 38. Okay, 38 versus
38 versus 12, I think.
8 or 12 depending on the spell.
I think
Yeah.
so, but I think first
First
aid
aid
was
is 12, you're right.
12.
So going down is a problem because we only have 180 cure points if we haven't used anything before then. So if my ass is constantly making this stupid fucking mistake,
Vic's like, shit, I went down. I give up. All right,
no,
reset,
just wipe. I've made too many mistakes.
wipe. Nope, done. Wipe.
And we're turning this into a Destiny raid. But here's the thing, though. Like, it was like we finally beat this boss. Like, we basically made this into Dark Souls, but slightly less cheap. Because
it was fun.
You figure out the patterns and you start learning and then you start strategizing. Okay, I'm going to use my boost. Okay, use your boost. On a certain part. And
Dark
we're
Souls.
gonna
Dark
See,
It's
what
fucking
ended up
cheap.
happening
I'm
for
gonna
the
fight you on
entire
that.
fight?
Dark
was-
Souls?
I
Okay,
would
the
fight-
Souls series, I hate this. Okay, I know body mechanics, right? I'm a martial artist. Okay? When you step forward, that's when you're supposed to swing. These guys, they'll step forward and then they'll step. Now maybe swing. What the fuck? I can't read that.
You
Stop
can.
it.
You can.
That's what
You
you're supposed to-
can. You
gotta-
gotta
you
read
gotta
it.
like
Dodge
not-
it when it makes
You
sense for
can't
this swing
look
to
at the
happen.
step. You gotta look at when the arm moves, Mike.
When the
Okay,
arm-
but they
the
don't
moment
know.
the arm
Oh, but I
moves, you
did that
gotta
with
push the
Godfrey.
button.
Okay.
The moment you see that arm go, you
Or
gotta
Godric.
fucking be like,
Yeah,
"Go."
that's when Elden Ring started fucking with everyone.
Yeah,
They're
Elden
like,
Ring's
"Oh,
a bastard.
I
I
actually-
will admit that, but Dark Souls 3 is fair.
I had to go back to watching
Absolutely.
footwork with Elden Ring.
Dark
Because
Souls 3 is
when he-
extremely fair.
When Godric took me 5 hours.
It was funny because Vic's like, bro, like I can't do this, and I'm sitting here like new game plusing the game twice.
This
Wait.
motherfucker over
Wait.
here.
Hey, I had
Godric.
Vic
Godric is-
Godric
had
the
so
Grafted
much.
in the first
Vic-
castle, the
Oh,
second
had
boss.
so
yes,
much.
Okay.
Vic had so much pride. He was like,
He's
I'm
the
not
first
gonna ask
guy,
Dio for
like,
help.
big
I'm not
boss
gonna
to
ask
fight.
Dio for
No,
help.
I
And
fucking
then-
I
It's pain in the
solo
ass.
this shit.
And then
And you know what I found out
Shay,
afterwards?
used
and
to
then
do
Shay
that.
was like, yeah, hey Dio, you want to help me out with this boss? And then I do most of the damage on the boss, and then Shay comes up to Vic. He's like, hey, I beat Godric.
I'm like, what? And then he told me that Dio helped him. He's like, you didn't beat it! You didn't go through what I went through!
I melted
did,
the
Vic, but I
entire
beat it
boss.
in an
Not only
hour.
that, but this shitter's over here using a magic build.
I legit
Dead boss.
Vic. This
I
is
used
what
to
I'm
happened.
using a
Pyromancer.
great sword and a
I'm
hammer.
using a pyromancer
Proper
build,
breath.
which is
I had-
hard.
Right.
Which
I had
is
a
hard.
katana. I had a
Great.
katana
I had to get
bleed build,
close.
and I
you
got
fuck.
Godric down to 1 HP, and then Shay hit him once, and then that was the fight.
Yeah, no. I gotta use with my
said,
fucking
Shay,
pyromancer build, I gotta get close to them.
You're fighting him again.
Got a compulsive like
you have to go
yeah.
through it. Oh, he wasn't that bad.
And then I can
Fuck
throw
you.
a fireball though.
You didn't. That's not the you.
Strength Arcana build, the only thing that you ever need.
I do Dex Intelligence. That was my build.
Mine's
Yeah,
pyroman.
sure.
I don't whatever
Dude,
pyromancer
See,
skills
here's
off
the
of
thing,
strength.
though. Like
then strength.
even with
like
the
that,
co-op
probably.
mod, like the
Pyromancer
co-op
strength.
mod,
Yeah.
Elden Ring
Faith.
top.
It's faith. It's faith.
Mhm.
Faith strength. That's what I go with. Faith.
Like,
It makes it a
I
lot
like
more
that.
enjoyable, though.
Oh, absolutely. Like it is a lot easier
The
to
seamless
get
co-op?
into, ironically.
yeah, seamless call. I actually uninstalled Elden Ring to save some space, but I'm down to reinstall it to play some more seamless co-op.
I would do it.
Yeah, seamless co-op's
Oh, yeah.
fun. It's just we don't really find that much time to do it. So you know.
I will say that I enjoy Tales of Arise far more.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
I'd like to
Because
play it.
I know-
I haven't
I
played
know
a
how
Tales
you
game
game,
since
Vic.
Symphonia.
I know how you game, Vic. You do not like the Souls games
Fuck,
at all. Even if I'm doing a lot of help, like in the game, you're like, nah, I hate this. I don't like
Vic,
this because
Vic
you want to
just
feel like you're
Vic
doing
hates
something.
the
It makes
roll
sense.
system. He hates the roll system.
It's everything about the game just feels bad to me.
You told me before you were like, I hate rolls, man. I hate
Like,
them."
okay, like
Yeah.
the
remember him telling me that.
hitboxes and the moves that they program don't make sense from a body mechanic standpoint. Like,
There's only
somebody will dash forward and they'll do a big swing and they'll turn around and you'll get clipped by his fucking ankle, which apparently is a hitbox.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the same as most video games.
Yeah.
And then, like,
True.
somebody, they'll wind up.
It's like trying
and
to
they'll
fight
do...
Brad Wong in fucking DOA.
I love Brad Wong, but
Bro.
Yo,
You just called yourself a cunt!
So
No,
yeah, I'm a cunt who's gonna run this class.
see,
So,
You
this
just
is
called
Vic.
yourself a cunt right on public television.
Because they'll
This
like,
is- this
they'll like
is
sit
Vic.
there and they'll wind up for 5 seconds, and then they'll either do big swing, or they'll combos over.
Okay,
No, it's
I
not.
finally,
No,
I
it's not.
finally
No,
psycho,
it's not.
I've
No,
finally
it's not.
psychoanalyzed
Where's
Vic.
the opening?
See,
I
yeah,
have psychoanalyzed Vic now. If
Those are
Vic
things
had
you gotta
to
dodge
pick between
completely.
playing, if Vic had to pick between
should've
playing
get
the
the fuck
boss
outta
in
there.
Elden Ring or the Tarnished, he would play the boss. because
Absolutely. I'm the
he-
DM. I'm here to make your life miserable.
He likes being the
No,
shitter, but
that's
not
why
getting
I
shit
take
on.
so much pleasure when you play the game because your rage fills my blood.
I
with-
wanted
with
you know how much
serotonin.
time- You know how much time I spent on the internet looking for Monster Hunter World play as the monster?
Oh,
It doesn't
I'm
exist.
aware. See, Vic, that's how I know. I've psychoanalyzed you now. I know now in every single game, I know what you want to be. You wanted
Predator.
to be that fire avatar. You did not want to be one of us players in Tales of Arise. I know it. I know it. You're over
Put
here
on my
like,
VR
oh,
headset. Bam, motherfucker!
Vic, go
Yeah,
back
Vic,
quite
no.
a few years.
8.
Go play Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Vic
There
is
you
the
go.
definition
God.
of Vic is the definition of like the killer or the monster player in like the asymmetrical games. He's the
Yeah.
he's
yeah.
the definition.
Still a thing.
So am
Dragon Ball
I.
the Breakers, give me the fucking.
Yeah, I am too. In all honesty,
There
but
was a game. Beast,
I will play to the side.
because this was back in your time, early on.
Your time.
There was a game called Orion Dino Horde.
Orion Dino Hunt.
It was Dino Horde first, and then it became Orion Prelude,
Yeah, but it was.
and then it became something fucking else. But when it was Dino
No,
Hunt
it's still
or Dino
Prelude.
Horde,
It's still Prelude.
there was a mode in which you could choose a dinosaur and go and be in the world, just randomly in the world, while everybody else is playing the human things.
Oh.
You're just kind of creeping. And I'd play Postasuchus because giant crocodile, right? And I just
Oh.
sit there and I just fucking wait, and then all of a sudden they just see me, the screams, and then
Then you
once
die.
I learned how to
Then you
handle
die,
that,
though.
I started
Yeah.
playing the Spinosaurus.
I don't do horror. I don't do horror.
It's
But
not
It
horror.
was a
No,
horror.
no.
Like it's broad daylight.
It was a
You have
horde
guns
game.
and shit. You have
Horde
like
game.
Halo suits on and
Sci-
shit.
sci-fi
Yeah.
horde game. Horde game. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
those-
see.
games.
I still
Like
have it.
zombies, but with dinosaurs.
I still
Oh,
have
that's
it.
fun. That's fun. I like
There
anything
was
that
another one called
requires
Primal
shoot
Carnage.
gun.
There was 2 games, and I want to get back into the second one.
Yeah, there's also a third game which is a little bit older. It's also there's Dino D-Day.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where they have the gun strapped to their backs, and it's like World War.
But you get to play as the dinosaur
seen
with
that.
a gun.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
there's a Tyrannosaurus with twin artillery cannons on the side.
Exactly. There's raptors. They have little
Yes.
MP40s on the back.
The
That's so cool.
Ankylosaurus, the one that you like, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Which one-
yeah. And Kylosaurus. Yeah, he's a great one. He's got like a tank cannon type thing, like a fucking.
Yeah.
Primal Carnage Extinction is the
God.
second one.
Yes, there's Extinction. I think I
There
own
needs
it.
to be
actually.
more asymmetric games like that, where
Yeah.
it's completely different characters.
So yeah,
See,
Orion
Alien
Prelude.
versus Predator.
Yeah.
That was my
Prelude.
first instance.
There's
Yeah, that was-
there's another one, Draven. It's called Natural Selection. where
Oh,
there's
I own
actually
it.
3 different roles.
Natural Selection 2.
There's
Natural Selection
the-
2.
There's Natural Selection 2. There's the monster enemies where you can choose which monster.
The
and you can
aliens.
level up the monster and stuff like that. You have the human players, which are down in there in first person. And
The
then you have
Marines.
Commander. The commander gets the top-down view and does
Yep.
the strategizing and pings the team. Go here. Monsters are gathering here. stay
Also
away from here."
places turrets and shit too,
Mhm.
and traps, and yeah,
So, like-
and we'll build things for like the Marines. It's
And I've
I
never had
love
enough
it.
people to play it.
Brother, I'm in your boat. I am right here.
It's 2 of us. We can't play the game with 2 people.
I know.
All right, fine. I got somebody to squat. Where is it?
One second.
Got a
No,
little
one
bit
second.
Natural
more.
One
Selection
second.
2, I haven't
One
touched it
second.
since
I might have a
2018.
copy.
You know,
I might have a copy, bro.
I'm not
They're
joking.
still
about-
receiving updates.
I'm not even joking.
We
when I
speak
say
about games that we play together, and there was a time where I just felt convinced that we stopped playing shooters because of me.
No, don't flatter yourself.
No, I'm not trying to flatter myself. I just felt like I was like one of the reasons for that, and I was like, damn, that sucks. I guess feels bad.
Yeah, that's how I feel with DNF Duel and fucking Scrabble. Nobody plays Scrabble with me.
Bro, I play Scrabble with you.
Yeah, you guys finally played with me again last night. And what happened? Shay won. I'm
Bro,
I'm
fuck-
not as
won?
much of a threat as you think I am.
Fuck Scrabble. I can barely
Hey.
spell standard English.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I can't do Scrabble,
I'm
man.
against
Risk.
you.
No one wants to play Risk with me. I feel
Dude,
that
I would
for
love
all
to
of
play
you, but
Risk with you. I would
Oh,
love to play
Risk?
Risk with you.
It's free on Steam, my
Dude.
guy. It's
Dude.
free on Steam.
Dude,
What's
I'm
real
down
Steve?
for Risk.
Risk? Bro, I haven't
Oh,
played
Risk.
Risk in fucking.
I would play
ages.
Risk.
I
I said
downloaded
I
it
said
on
that
my
night I
phone.
would
I
play
just
Risk,
do
but I
play-
just didn't want it that night.
I
Okay,
play
there's-
on single player on my phone like days on end.
I don't
There's
have
Risk.
one game
An extra copy.
that I know like Risk is one of the longest lasting board games that you'll ever
Oh yeah,
play, right?
it goes
It's
hard
long.
though. It goes hard
There's
though.
one game that I've played that's longer. Have you ever heard of Axis and Allies?
Oh yes, I have.
think so.
Same concept, but with just a little
Like
bit.
you play that shit
more
like you
to
play a
it.
D&D game. You play it for a few
Mhm.
hours and you fucking leave it and you come back later.
Mhm.
and then there's everyone's most hated long lasting game, Monopoly.
I used to play
Can't
Lord of the
remember.
Rings Risk back in the day with my buddy Tristan.
People hate Monopoly. I'm like, dude, like I'm down to play Monopoly because it's
I'm down to
hilarious.
play Monopoly. Just don't make it
No
last
luck.
more than 2
I
hours.
now
Allies
play
lasted, I think,
Vindictive.
I just don't want to sit there and play Monopoly for more than 2 hours.
Hours?
I just don't.
18?
Yeah,
18
I think
days. 18 days.
Whoa.
What?
We would play for a few hours every day and we'd leave it the fuck alone.
Okay.
Jeez, bro.
Never mind. That's a little understandable, but
That's
still
too
a lot.
much. That's too much. That's a
No,
lot.
I mean, when you're taking
Oh
breaks
my
and
god!
being like,
It's
oh,
on Steam! Axis and Allies 1942 online.
Oh, we're
Okay.
so.
What?
I'm so
I'm
getting
not
that.
doing it. I'm not doing that. They have to have dumbed it down a bit. They have to. Because
I mean, who knows? From what I understand, Axis and Allies was just like, yeah, you're actually playing war, so have fun
Yeah.
with that.
exactly. Like that
Yeah.
was it was
Time for
it was,
time
it
for
was
a
less
war
of
of
a game and
attrition.
it was more torture.
Risk point 2.0.
Dude, imagine
Okay.
you have an Axis and Allies game that goes on for as long
Bruh.
as like that goes on for as long as like an actual like recorded war.
There's a really fucking sick, bro.
Right?
It's
It's
Yo,
a 100-year game.
there's a
Ooh,
really
okay.
sick
God.
battleship game somewhere. I don't know where you get it, but there's a really fucking sick battleship game
So
where you
what
have
do you call
like
it?
powers and
Battleship?
shit, depending on the fucking captain you pick.
Yeah,
And like, there's different
yeah.
fucking ships where they're like, and,
Different shapes and shit,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking like you have like an L and you have like a fucking zigzag and shit.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, that's badass.
That's
yeah,
so
right.
cool.
And each
It's
captain has
free
their own
too.
unique powers.
It's
Like
free too
everybody
still, I
has like,
think.
for instance, everybody will have like I think the mine power and the radar,
Yeah.
but they each have like two other powers which are unique.
Let me
Um,
check actually. Is it?
I
is-
think, but I don't know what it's
that's,
called. It's
Hasbro's
battleship.
Battleship.
Yeah,
Hasbro's
is that what it's
Battleship.
called? Is that just what it
Yep,
is?
it's
Hasbro's Battleship?
Battleship.
Is it on Steam?
Hey guys,
Yep.
I got some
What?
news for you.
What do you got?
What news?
Primal Carnage Extinction on PC. I can find it for $3
It's only
from Kingwin.
Jesus.
Natural Selection 2. I can find it for okay, we don't shop at G2A. We can find it for $3.76 on Kingwin.
That's not bad.
This is US dollar. This is
US
US dollar.
dollars.
Which
we
is
need.
about,
We would need about.
about 3 to 4,000
We need about
Canadian.
6 to 7.
Yeah.
We need about eight players.
Yeah,
8 players.
Because
Jesus.
because you need. Here's the thing. You need a commander on each team and then 3 on the field.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good like group game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I
what
say
I-
that you
that
need
I'm
a.
But like I said,
Yeah.
like Primal Carnage Extinction is
That one's more of a PvP where you could do it easily
See,
with like a
I'm
6 or a
liking-
5.
I'm
or
liking
whatever.
this.
Yeah.
I'm liking
exactly.
this because we're in the lab. We're finding games that we can play as a group, and this is like more
Absolutely.
shit we can do offline. It's like,
Absolutely.
bro, like
I'm
we
down.
don't have in. You know what's crazy? We have more things to do online than offline, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's such a disconnect. You know,
Hasbro's Battleship,
That's a
by the way,
fantastic
11
point.
11.49.
I feel like we just need
Canadian.
to do some shit offline because like sure, like playing a video game on stream is fun, and like getting like
Bruh,
board
board games. We should play some board games. Some actual like
Bro,
board games.
this okay.
I want to play
okay.
a board game called Happy Little Dinosaurs so fucking bad.
Happy Little Dinosaurs.
It's about extinction. Like you're,
I'm gonna
it's
tell
a
you
lie.
guys this now.
It's about it's a lie. It's a lie, Vic. It's a lie.
I'm gonna tell you
This
this
thing
now,
should
bro.
Never happen.
As much as I want to play a bunch of different board games and all these like sort of longer like games,
We
so
also need
many
some quick like lobby stuff. To
so many people in our group are like are super lame about it. They're like, nah, I don't want to play.
I know.
Nah.
That's
I
'cause
will
they don't
play
have any
most of
it,
joy.
but
They
I don't like.
You're a child.
Like,
There is,
obviously
like,
I'm
I
not-
will be honest, there
obviously I'm
is
not
like a
gonna-
series of games that I don't really like. They're not my thing, and that's like the Jackbox type games. Like they're not.
Yeah,
they're
I
not my
understand
thing.
that, but it's like
I mean,
it's like
there's
you know
more
like
stuff that we can.
But
do.
that's
like, bro.
specific. That's very specific. I will gladly play other games, and I'm actually becoming more around to like stuff like Cards Against Humanity. I used to not like
Yeah.
that because of people I played with.
Well,
Yeah.
like,
But
would you be into doing something like Indivisible comes with 4-player co-op?
I love that game. Yeah, I played
It's
a
such
little
a
bit
good
at the
game.
beginning, but I never beat
I
it.
still
I never
haven't
got.
actually
I never
beat
got
it,
really
yeah, so
far.
we
Yeah,
can
I
do
never
it,
got
do
far
it.
either.
A
Yeah.
playthrough of that. You
holy
know?
shit.
That would be great.
Indivisible's 53 Canadian rubles. Jesus.
It's a
I got
good
it for
game,
cheap,
dude.
brother. I got it. I got it for cheap, and it was ridiculous. Mine was a steal. Mine was a steal. You know what I got it for, Vic?
Whoa.
I got it for 75 off.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
At the time, it was
I
a
have to say,
fucking
because-
fantastic
you know what,
Christmas
because
deal.
There's like 20
is what it
different
was.
playable characters in that.
It was a
so,
Christmas
like,
deal. Yeah.
I would really be curious as to which who
One I would-
people would pick. Like,
Here's the thing. I
feel
don't.
like-
It's been a while, so I might not even identify with the character I played before.
Mhm.
I might be like,
Right,
that's
exactly.
my, like
See,
I because
like,
I
feel like
my styles played is different now. Like
Yeah, I
Draven,
feel like
have you ever
at
heard
time.
of Indivisible?
Actually, no, I haven't heard of it either until I just searched it up. So
it's an RPG type game, like RPG Metroidvania type ish.
Did we just get some space mail?
we got some space. Man?
What?
Shit. Who is this?
What do you
Yo,
mean, Vic? I don't
yo,
see any.
I'm telling you. Shit.
Why did you do that?
Yo,
One
I'm
second.
telling you, bro. Ninder keeps giving out our friggin' address, and we keep getting space mail, and then we
Yeah,
have to
man.
read it, or else we're gonna look bad in front of the fans.
You better come get your hand sanitizer, man. It
listening
has
to
your
you.
name on it. Like,
Bro,
Just hit me in the
Ninder,
fucking head.
clean yourself up, bro.
yeah,
Clean yourself up.
dirty boy.
Anyway, yo, what's the space mail? Who's it from? What is it for? Who is it for? Tell me.
Space mail.
Yeah,
Tell me,
Dictor
Vic.
7.
Apparently, it's
Space
for
mail.
me.
Oh,
It's for
oh,
you.
oh.
You got some
Let us know. Read the
space
note,
mail.
Vic. Read what you got.
Better read that
What
shit
does it
now.
say?
Read the
Um,
letter, buddy. What's
I'll
it got
have
on
to
the
come up with
tablet?
a voice for this guy, this DCE Chrono FD guy.
Oh, I know
Who
what.
the hell
Oh,
is
dude,
this?
dude. Talk
I
like
hear
a.
this guy does
Stephen
Twitch
Hawking.
streams and stuff like
He
that.
does stream and shit. I heard. Yo, I
I
heard
feel
this
like-
guy
what is
likes
it?
energy swords.
Yeah.
I heard. Switch,
Bruh.
stab type thing, you
Bruh.
know?
We need to get Chrono in on those Pavlov VR Halo maps, man.
I know
Oh,
I know he is very
So
excited for
it
Gotham
says-
Knights like us
I want to
three.
get myself in VR.
I know
It
that.
says- and this is a really accurate voice for Chrono. Yo, Vic, would you play Gotham Knights if you get it?
No.
And
Who
the
would you
answer
play?
is
you need to,
fuck yes.
You need to.
And
read
who would
that.
you play?
Who would you play?
I'm between Batgirl and Robin.
Fair. Yeah, honestly, okay. I think I'm a Nightwing boy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
Deal's gonna be on Nightwing.
Bow
I think
staff
somebody else said
Kali
they wanted
sticks,
Red
bro.
Hood, and I don't want
Yeah.
Red Hood. So I'm
Beast said
either
he wants Red Hood.
Batgirl or Robin. Somebody told me Robin can teleport.
I
kinda
said,
like-
said
And I
Robin
wanna
can-
be
I said Robin
Batgirl.
can teleport.
I want to be
Batgirl's okay.
Batgirl.
So,
Yeah.
like, we
She's
need,
cool.
we need
And
to
if we
do-
play together, obviously,
I
which
think
is the plan.
Batgirl has Tonfa chucks or some shit like that.
Oh,
She's
no,
fucking
I mean, that's-
badass. Look at her.
I
You can
think
watch
it's
each
badass.
character's
I think,
trailer.
yeah,
Each character
that
has their own
sounds right,
trailer.
'cause-
guys. What's up,
What?
Raven?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it sounds right. Batgirl sounds like she has Tonfas.
She's
Tonfa chucks.
badass.
Nightwing.
She's got like
She's-
wah, wah,
she's
wah,
Tonfa
wah,
chick.
wah, wah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Good. We need to get Draven in on some more like.
bro,
group
I've
gameplay
been saying,
stuff, man.
yo,
I'd fucking be
okay,
down. He got Killing
yo,
Floor
I need
too.
You're always welcome, my dude.
I know
need
he
to
got
air
Killing
out
Floor
some
too, and we
beef.
shredded that the other night.
I need to air out some beef. I tell you what, I need to air out some
Yeah?
beef.
I thought you didn't
Yo,
eat
look,
beef.
So my guy Draven, okay, my guy right here, Draven, bro. This
is
guy,
for-
I
this
see
for
this man
Sniper Elite
all
shit?
the time
Yeah.
on Sniper Elite. I see him all the
Yeah.
time on Sniper Elite on
Then
Steam,
why would
bro.
you say
It's
anything?
like it says Draven is playing Sniper
Yeah.
Elite, and you know what? I never get an invite, bro. This guy bought me the game,
Bro.
and he doesn't play with me. The same person he bought
Bro.
me the game with, bro. I'm like, bro. I tell you, bro. I'm down
I'll
for
play
the
motherfucker.
Sniper Elite 5 shit, bro. It's a flex, and my guy's
If
like,
you
nah,
wanna
bro.
play,
Yo,
you just say how you wanna play.
just send me. I don't know when you're online. Most of the time, you're appearing as offline. How the hell am I
Apparently
supposed
you
to
look
know?
good when I am online though. So.
Yo, when you are online, you don't tell me you're online. There's the disconnect here, brother. You don't
I know,
be
that's
like,
just
yo,
'cause I'm
bro.
always disconnected.
You're like, bro, man, like, yo, reach some Sniper Elite 5, bro. Like, you can say that. You don't say that. And that's what I'm trying to say, Jamie. You hurt my heart, bro. We're friends
I'm
and shit.
sorry, homie.
That's what you
I'm
do, my
sorry.
heart.
Thou hath rent
Like I
his
said-
heart in twain by sticking thy boot betwixt
Hey,
his
look.
cheeks.
Like I said, big unemployment time. So, big cheese means that I can just, I can play some more. So
Did
don't
you
worry,
did you
I
quit
got
the
this.
thing? Did you quit the
I
thing?
He quit
quit.
the
I
thing,
quit
bro.
that hoe so goddamn quick, and it was.
Let's
no
go.
joke.
Fuck that
Uh,
bitch.
I
That
was
shit- that
already
shit-
gonna leave.
Are
and
you-
then I
That shit
spent
that shit
Are you
wasn't
looking
juicy
to
no
do
more.
something else?
Abso-fucking-lutely, and the
I
radio
can- I
stations
haven't-
aren't getting back.
I have an in for you if
Oh,
if
yeah?
security is something that you want to do.
I'll gladly take it. 'cause it
Raven's
means
down
I
to
can go
deck some
elsewhere.
mans up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk to me after pod.
Indeed,
Bad.
indeed.
Yo, look at
Oh,
this.
dude.
Yo, see,
I
podcast,
I will
will
get you
podcast
a
there,
does
right?
direct
wonders.
line to the owner.
Oh,
Podcast
dude,
does
if they
wonders,
can get
bro.
me in for like venues, which is a little
No.
unlikely, but
Yeah.
Off topic,
Shit.
but I do
What-
have a
what's so
question.
off topic.
You know,
Do you guys like Gatorade?
Yeah?
Space, man.
And if you do, what is your choice of flavor?
Space
You know?
Mail.
the blue one.
You check the blue one.
It's been
blue
so
one.
long.
The cool blue. I understand.
Since I've had a Gatorade
No,
that
I think it's like glacier shit. But
right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody who calls the Gatorades by their actual names and not their colors is a law enforcement officer.
Well, you call
See?
this one
you see,
glacial cherry. Everybody calls it
Yeah,
glacial
yeah,
cherry.
you're a law enforcement officer.
No,
You're a law
everybody in
enforcement
Nah.
existence calls glacial cherry glacial cherry.
Nope.
Yes, they
Like,
do.
no.
No one.
Nice try, officer.
Nobody
I
would say
like the
white.
blue one.
No
I
one
like
would
the
say
blue one.
white.
Hey yo, I like the blue one, and you know what else I like? I like
light
I
blue
like
one.
I like a space mail in
The
my
light
blue
blue one.
bottle. I tell you what, I have a space mail for you, bro.
But
I
I'm
got a
weird,
space
man.
space
I'm
bottle.
weird because I call them by their flavors except for one of them, which I call pool water.
True.
Because you live in fucking Greenland.
I wish I
lives in,
lived in
like-
Greenland. That's a
He
nice
lives
place.
in a pineapple under the sea, bro.
Fucking
That's where he
Iceland.
lives.
Bro, I don't live in a pineapple.
Go by beast.
I live in a pineapple. I live in a maple.
you live in a fucking.
There's no
longhouse,
maple
you
alive up
Viking
there. It's all
ass.
frozen.
A maple tree.
fucking.
Maple trees can
Viking
survive in the winter.
longhouse living motherfucker.
Trust
Oh
me.
my god. But yeah, we got another space mail and shit, bro.
We
I'm
got
telling
another
you what.
space mail.
Another one, bro.
What?
And it's from that. It's from
What?
that. I think we said it wrong the first time. I think it was like D.I.P.S.H.I.T.S FD or some shit like that, bro.
Oh, dude, is
I
he
think
addicted
you
to
got it.
drugs?
No, no. Deal.
It's
You gotta put your glasses on.
Hirono,
That
dude.
clearly says Travis.
Oh
hockey.
shit, you right. Wait, hold up.
Wait, let me get a look at this.
Hold on. Let me get a look here.
Did you just say,
Yeah,
"Let me get a
look-see."
root beer"?
Let me get a look.
No, I
here.
said let me get a look here. Let me get. Okay, wait, hold
You
on.
said- You made me
Hold on,
put the
hold on.
glasses
help out
on.
with
I need
this.
I need to
can
zoom
help
in a
out
little
with
more.
this.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
reading.
I know, so I had to get a different look at it.
Polarized
Travis
reading glasses.
FD.
Yeah, that says
Yeah,
that says
okay, yeah, it says Travis. This
Travis?
is Travis.
Yep.
This is Travis. I had to
That's
zoom
not-
in.
that
with
is
the
a very
glasses and
that's a
shit.
very strong Travis.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Vic's net
Yo,
run
Vic looks like a Payday 2 character, bro.
going into the
Bro,
narrow
he's like your Payday 2 character specifically.
Yeah. But yo, Travis be sending in another space mail. I swear Omninder
The only
keeps
one
giving
here
our
with
address.
glasses.
But like, he says, "What is?" And this is for everybody. What is your favorite
Oh.
pod moment? But
Oh,
like, I
I'm
tell
out
you
of that
what,
one,
Draven's
man.
not been here for a long time, so I don't know what
Yeah.
pod moment he
it's
like.
it's going to be this moment right here.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Ah,
boy.
shit.
Yeah.
Never, no better moment than the present. I tell you what, bro.
Exactly. It's all
Damn
That's
about
what I'm
straight.
saying, brother.
It's
This
I've
one
slept
I'm
since
so-
then, so like
Keep this.
I've slept since then. I don't remember shit. You know?
it's gotta
So-
be that time where I called Chrono Travis on Pod. Oh wait, that was like 5 seconds ago.
Gotta be that one time at band camp.
That one time in Bandcamp
Where
where I called Chrono Travis.
I could tell you one of my favorite, recent stream moments, but it wasn't here.
What was it? Was it Batman?
It was when it took me 40 tries to get on the ledge, and then Beast said, "Hey, Vic, move!" And I moved, and I fell off, and it was his fault. And he refuses to take responsibility for it.
Okay, I'm gonna explain exactly what happened. I'll explain exactly what happened, okay? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. Okay, listen, here's what happened when Big Booty Judy fell off the ledge, okay? Alright? So here's what happened. He said this is what happened, okay? Oh, he didn't say anything. This is what happened. Alright. I said to him, "Oh, you having trouble? Oh, you can't double jump twice in the air or whatever?" And I laughed about
You
it.
can't
Then
double
I
dash in the air.
double dash in the air. Then I laughed and I failed and I went, "Fuck." And then I was going back up. And then he jumps and then he finally does it. And then I was like, "Hey, good job." Yeah, and I was like, "Hey, good job."
The chest. And,
And then I jumped and I jumped
treasure.
and I jumped to the platform, the one right before the last platform. And I said, "Hey, Vic, move a little."
No, you said, "Hey, Vic, move over."
I
And
said,
I was in the
"Move
middle of
over
looking at the
a little,"
scrolls.
or I said,
'Cause
"Move
I was
a little."
gonna pick a scroll.
No.
It took me 40 fucking tries to get on this fucking ledge.
I never at any point
And
said,
I-
"Vic, shove your fucking dick off the ledge."
I took one. I'm looking. Okay, I figured. Okay, I'm gonna be nice to Beast because Beast is my friend. Beast is somebody that I love and trust.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
Beast is somebody
trust
that
Beast.
I can trust with my life. If he
Big
tells me
mistake.
to move over, he must only, I can just shift over a step and I should be fine, right?
I can make room for
I
the homie.
can put my friend
That
ahead
was
of
the
my
plan.
need to pick
That
a
was-
scroll.
That was the plan, so we could both be on the
I
platform.
took one tiny, tentative little step to the left, and all of a sudden, boom! I fall. I haven't selected a scroll yet.
That's your fault.
I see his ass come around the corner, and I am screaming because I finally got there, and the scrolls are right there. And he said, "Vic, move over." So I got, and I fell before I got the scroll. And I had to do it again.
Hey, Vic. You know what that is? A skill issue.
It sounds like a test of patience to me.
Bro,
I stand by that. What he could have did was he could have jumped on the chest and sat there.
You didn't
Sounds
say
like you're still
that.
being tested.
You didn't say, "Hey, jump up on the chest." You said,
I'm
"Hey, Vic, move over."
sorry, I'm sorry, Mr. Toddler. I didn't think I had to teach you everything.
Must teach you.
All right.
Namaste.
Here in the Dipshits Fight Club, we got
Namaste.
Vincenzo Sette versus I Go by Boost.
I need
Now,
cards.
I've seen both of these fighters before, Gio, and I don't know. I think Beast is kind of barking up the wrong tree
Yeah,
here.
bro, I don't know, bro. We got Victor 7 coming in here
Rapid
at
ass over here.
American 45 kg large.
What the?
You know, And we got Beast with
Deodorant out. I'll do it.
we got the secret men's 24-hour from Beast.
Bro, I'll get the Dr. Squatch.
Canada
got the
versus
doctors.
America. Hydrogen
Yeah.
peroxide
That's-
versus some.
I'm out of
random
like,
ass
I'm
shit.
pretty much like,
That's-
I'm
okay,
like
that's
added
a-
deodorant though. Like that's all
Sodium
that's
It's
left.
real though. Like that's a phrase I never
bromide.
thought I'd hear. Canada
What?
versus America.
What? Canada versus America?
The bout that was never meant to be.
The bout that would never happen because
The
it's
fight
stupid.
that determines the trade routes.
The battle of the trade route.
It would be over in an instant because Canada has the high ground,
They really do.
and America's dumb enough to challenge.
Well, it's not like
It's
we
a
can flood
perfect
off to
Obi-Wan and
Mexico.
Anakin
What are they going to
moment.
tell us? What the
I
fuck
am
are they going to tell
of
us?
America.
No, pendejo, go home.
And then fucking Mexico's down there like R2.
He's like, guys, don't fight.
I don't
but
know what's
you-
going on this end, but hey, nobody's watching the border. I'm sorry. I
No one understands what
No,
R2's
everyone's gonna
saying.
go-
He's like, hey, you guys need to stop fighting. Nobody knows what the hell he's saying.
Nobody knows that.
Fight happens anyway.
Nobody knows. It's not good.
I can't understand you, buddy. Well, I can't understand you,
Dude.
buddy. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck
I
you.
understood
Fuck
that.
you. I understand. Fuck you.
Yep.
fucking bloody bastard bitch.
Bloody
Universal
mustard.
Never
term.
Made is one of my favorite
Aggression.
videos.
That's so funny. It's so funny. It's
Ooh,
classic, but it's
rocking
funny.
bitch.
So before I came in here, we were all playing poker. I was actually hanging out with Alice.
We were playing poker. Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
it
playing
was
poker.
amazing. And everybody kept all inning. I'm like, this is not how.
I was
I'm
playing
like,
according to
fold.
my hand.
Fake money
Um,
poker where the lobby
so-
just all ends.
Everybody's over here picking Roadhog and free for all in this poker match. So I was hanging out with Alice in VR because we do our little movie date nights every once in a while. She was watching this show about like Argentinian foods, and this is how I thought that I might be a little racist.
Jesus.
Because it's down
You
in
didn't think of German?
Argentina, and they show me a picture of a dog, and instantly I wonder, is that dog gonna be okay?
Well,
It's like,
that's
wait,
an
no,
honest
this is
question.
Argentina, not fucking Taiwan.
Oh God.
Hey,
Oh
poor,
God. That's a hot take right there. That's spicy.
I don't,
Hunger is
why do
hunger.
I think these things? I don't want to think these things.
I eat a squirrel. I had a squirrel come up to me. I'm like, I could grab you and put you on the fucking bar.
I love
some point.
squirrels.
I wasn't gonna do it, but I could definitely sit there looking
Bro,
at him going,
no, 100%. There was a squirrel chewing on the power line one time, and I beamed it with a rock.
Oh, bro, that's
You're dead to me, Beast. By the way,
And then it fell. It was like,
By the way,
that's what happens when you hit with a rock.
Whoa, whoa,
I was-
whoa, whoa,
and I
whoa,
just-
Vic.
I was gonna say, for anyone who's curious, I am Italian, and I just want to let you know that some stereotypes exist for a reason.
I'm Indian, and I can tell you some stereotypes exist for a reason.
I'm Canadian, and I can tell you some stereotypes exist for
There
a
are
reason.
some Italian stereotypes that are so accurate.
I'm a suburban
Is
white
it-
American. I believe in all stereotypes that come my way.
God damn it.
You know how
Are
many
you
times-
from Alabama?
Because
Stop.
my nationality is Canadian,
Are
but
you
my
from the
ethnicity is Indian, right? So there are people who ask me about like the most Canadian shit ever that even I don't know, right? And they're like, "Yo, bro, do you guys like chug maple syrup?" I'm like, "No." I mean,
No?
yes, we do.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
I'm
yes.
getting my plate.
Exactly.
I was
Dio
like,
gets
yeah,
it. Dio
yeah,
gets it. Big brain.
I tap it from my tree in the backyard every morning. Like, obviously, you know.
I told that to
Dude,
an
I've
actual
always
kid
wanted
one
that,
time,
though.
and he believed
The
me.
craziest one I've heard is, do you guys all live in igloos? How do you guys get internet? I'm
I've
like,
heard
bro,
that
that's
shit
like,
before,
what?
too.
What?
I was like, bro,
People
I
ask this
live-
shit.
That's a good
I was,
hunt.
I'm
Good
like, bro,
Few
I
thousand
live,
miles north.
I
at
live
least.
in the city, and Beast lives in an island that looks like it's gonna drift away, like it's the Ice Age. Like,
But I have a
like-
house. I don't live in an igloo.
Beast's predicament is 100% the fault of Scrat, that fucking squirrel rat from Ice Age.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I blame him
dude.
for Beast's predicament.
Scrat created Nova Scotia.
He did. It was all 100%. That crack, that was Nova Scotia separating from Canada. That
That's
was
it.
fucking.
Why can't we do that with
that
Quebec,
fucking
bro?
acorn.
We're not
Why can't we do that
separated.
with Quebec?
You fuck.
Uh,
What the
We
fuck?
only sep-
no,
we're
We're
it's
not
all
fucking
separated.
geology.
Bye.
It's
We
just
are-
slightly adrift. It's just slightly
The worst
adrift.
one I've heard, I think the worst stereotype I've heard about Americans is we wrap everything in bacon, which
Yeah.
honestly isn't far off.
I was gonna say a lot of you do.
I've seen
Usually
bacon
our
wrapped.
stereotypes.
I've
for
seen
Americans
bacon
are
wrapped
accurate.
like fucking steaks. I've seen bacon wrapped
Jalapeno.
jalapenos. I've seen bacon wrapped pickles. Saw bacon wrapped
Pork.
pear. Who the fuck?
Well, okay, that's a.
I've
far-
seen
I've seen
bacon
wrapped
wrapped
apples.
pork before.
Tell
Yeah.
me how.
Yeah,
tell me
but,
how
like,
I've
That's
seen
pork
bacon
on
wrapped.
pork. Why would you do that?
Tell me how
Because
I've seen
it's
bacon
good
wrapped
flavor
water.
compliments.
No.
Perception.
You don't need to do
Bacon
that.
wrapped potatoes with bacon in them. Like,
Tell me this,
Okay,
Vic.
the bacon
How
wrapped
do you
little weenies,
wrap
that's more
water
of an
with
insult.
bacon?
That's understandable.
How?
Beef weenie.
bacon wrapped
How?
hot dog. That's.
That's normal though. The bacon wrapped hot dog's the normalest thing you can do.
I love how
Everything
everybody's
else.
like, "Hey, Canadian bacon. It's just ham." And it's
That's-
like, bro,
it's
we have
not.
actual bacon. It's
We
like,
don't
I-
have Canadian bacon. We don't have
We
that.
don't, we
That's
don't have
just
that.
ham.
We just have
You know
ham.
what Hawaii is like. We don't have Hawaiian pizza because the fucking Canadians invented that.
Yes, we did, and it's
That's
delicious.
something I will always blame on Canada because
It's delicious. I will stand by that.
That's
I
the
love it.
only. That's the only time I would like a pizza with pineapple. I'll say that now, and we'll leave it at that. We're not having this argument again. Victor 7.
He's with
we're not
me.
having this argument again.
Bro,
I'll remember this deal. I'll remember you're with me.
it's all right. I had a guy argue with me at one point about how burritos aren't an authentic Mexican meal. Which
Why
I
aren't
get it.
they?
Okay, you can argue they were made in Texas, but then he started yelling at me that tortillas aren't an authentic Mexican thing. I'm like, okay.
So
So you're
How the
mad. You're
fuck-
crazy.
you
Wrap
remind me
it
of
up
something
after.
that
You're
I just
crazy.
learned tonight because in
That's what you say
like,
to him.
there are two major types of Spanish that you'll encounter. There
Yeah.
are like the Hispanized like cultures that had a lot of Aztec
Spanish.
or Mayan or Inca influence, a lot of like native influence,
no,
right?
Right.
And to them, from what I understand, and there could be people that could correct us on this, but most of those cultures, tortilla is something that is made of like grain or flour, or it's a flat something
Yeah,
that you
and it's
wrap things
flat
in.
out and roll up and
In
put
places
it-
like Argentina, which were very close to the Spanish, Spaniard
Yeah.
version of Spanish, tortilla is something that's a little bit closer to omelet.
Huh.
And then there's
So-
Indians. We make roti.
Roti. Okay, did you know that that's popular in Jamaica too?
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw this, and I wish if somebody knows where this video is, please, my Twitter is at Victor7TV. SEVEN is spelled out at Victor7TV. Send me this video because I need it. It was, I think the guy was from Trinidad.
Oh, Trinidad.
And he was reacting to a video, like he was looking, and this guy he's eating a Caribbean meal, and he takes the roti, right?
yeah,
And my
yeah,
man
yeah,
does
yeah.
this. He tucks it into his fucking shirt like a napkin, and the
Oh,
guy
I've seen
that's
that.
watching him
I've
fucking
seen that.
spits out.
I've
his
seen
drink.
that.
This is this man, and he shows it to his friend. He replays it. He's like, he spits out his drink too. This man took a whole roti. Look, use it like. He was so angry,
Dude.
and
I've seen
never
this.
been able to find that video again.
Yeah. See, I'm so happy now
And-
because like
Uncultured fucking Americans, and I can say that because I'm American.
yep.
Yeah, we are very uncultured.
And I'm Canadian,
very
so I can
uncultured.
say it too.
Yeah, you can eat a dick.
Anyone
Shut
can-
up.
The moments
Hey, no
we
one knows
create
that.
without no.
No one
takes
out
the
loud
roti
calls her.
and puts it in his fucking.
Who
Can
makes
you
a
imagine
bib out of
bigger
it?
insult?
Oh, you've got to be very flashy. When
It's
a
like
person
going to
is
Italy and wiping your mouth
Neanderthals.
with a cannoli. Like fucking what?
That's just
You know what, I'll do it.
disrespectful.
I'll go to
It
Italy and
is,
send you
that's-
the video.
Yo,
Vic,
you
I will
know-
go to Italy, send you the video of me wiping my mouth with cannoli. I swear to God. I'll send
Jesus.
it straight to you.
I'm
I'll
not
make sure you
I'm
see
not
it.
fucking
Yeah.
lying. I need that
I-
video.
I've
If
been-
guys- somebody
you know-
finds
I
that
will-
video, the guy from Trinidad blowing up about the guy who used a roti as a napkin. Fucking give to me.
I swear we
I
speak
need it.
about this a lot, but like this is like my goal for the podcast, and I've said this so many times, but I keep repeating it because like I it's just it's a goal I want to make. I want to take the dipshits to different countries, and we can do
Dipshits
like
in Italy, dipshits in
Dipshits
Japan,
live.
yeah,
dipshits in India,
yeah, dipshits in India, dipshits in Tokyo,
dipshits in
like-
Colombia, and then you never hear from us again.
yeah.
Dipshits live from the
And then we-
battlefield.
and then we
Dipshits
have
in Iraq.
We have
Dipshits
dipshits
in
in
the
Jamaica.
gulag when we go to Russia.
Yeah, and then we
It's
have
okay,
like
gentlemen. I can be your
we
translator.
have dipshits in Jamaica, and we're like in like the most luxurious hotel. Like
Dipshits in the Bermuda.
Oh, well,
Jesus.
I have always. That's like very equivalent to my plan. Is get a boat, get internet on said boat, and then stream live on the waves.
What is
Every
that?
country that I
Starlink? Shay's thinking about doing Starlink internet because he wants to do van lifing. But the word of advice, a lot of like social media influencers are talking about van lifing and romanticizing it about like, oh, it's this whole easy getaway, no pay rent type
No.
thing.
No.
A lot of people fail at van lifing. A lot of people, for them, it's like glorified homelessness. Do your research. Make sure you have a home base to come back to. because that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
we're gonna
and
set
you
up for
also have
Shay.
to
We're gonna
think
make
about
sure that
the
we have
maintenance.
maintenance on the vehicle is a big thing. A lot of like emergency repairs.
You gotta weatherproof your
A lot of
vehicle
the
too in
food-
the sleeping
yeah.
areas.
The
Yep.
barrier between you and the world is very thin. You're gonna hear everything. There's gonna be times where it's gonna be too hot to sleep in your van. You're gonna have to spring for a hotel room. There's gonna be times,
Or you're gonna have to have a a cooler setup type thing.
yeah,
Because there's people that have
Or
diesel heat. I
blast
know in
your AC.
Canada, in
Yeah.
Canada, if they do it, they have something called a diesel heater a lot of the time,
Mhm.
which is how they keep their place warm in the winter. Because if it
So
wasn't
just-
for the diesel heater, they would fucking die.
Just understand that a lot of what you get fed by influencers is for entertainment.
Yes.
And so
Oh, yeah,
when it's
good
for
reason.
entertainment, it's meant
Very
to take
true.
you away from reality, which means there's a lot of details that you're missing. So do with anything, and this is true for anything on the internet, do some research. Do some
Oh, yeah.
research. If you're one of those people who mindlessly reposts the tomorrow Facebook becomes a public entity and they can use your pictures without your permission. I hereby, do not give Facebook permission to. That goes around every
You're- yeah.
3 years. If you repost that, you're fucking stupid.
I'm not even. If you haven't,
Have you
even
seen
noticed,
that
I'm
on there? Like people who fall for that
dude,
shit crack
I've
me
seen
up.
that
I'm
shit.
not on
barely
Facebook
am
enough.
on Facebook.
You can tell who on your friends list is a sheep by what they repost. Like
What do you think? I'm not fucking on
Dude,
social media, too.
dude.
But, like,
Not much.
don't
I'm not on
take-
much.
trust but verify. That's my favorite phrase. Trust but verify. If
Trust
it
but
has a
verify.
grain of truth to it, yeah, look into it. See what you can find out about it. Because
Yeah,
like
that's why
one of
I'm
the
just
things that I wanted to do is I wanted to buy some land and I wanted to look into 3D printing a home.
Okay.
3D printing a
3D
home.
printing a home.
That
Yeah,
sounds
they're
wild.
giant concrete printers and they go around and they do just like you would like a figurine. They 3D print the house layer by layer.
That's expensive, I'm sure.
It's not as expensive as building with wood, but the technology is still new enough that it's only available in certain areas. Like I think the two closest companies I could find were in Texas, Kentucky, and like I think there might have been another one in South Dakota, but like
Jesus.
for them to come all the way out here would be a lot more expensive. But like for the plan that I would want, it would be something like $75,000.
What? That
Which-
Yeah, for the build of the house.
The
yeah.
area that I'm in, by the
Shit.
way, I'm in Washington State. Houses out here are going for between $400,000 to $700,000.
How much do
It's-
they
that's it?
build of it?
It's mainly
Frame?
like the walls and the ceiling and everything like that. I think you still have to get it.
Shingled and stuff yourself. I imagine.
Well, I think they do the roof too. I think. you
Oh,
have
they
to
do the
get
roof.
it,
They'll do the shingles
yeah,
and
you
shit
have-
like
you have
that.
to get
Okay.
I think you still have to get the plumbing and the electrical stuff done. I don't know if they do that themselves because I know that
question for you, Vic.
Yeah.
What are the houses like that are going for 400 to 700K?
Oh, you want me to show you some
Uh,
pictures?
Like, are
I'll
they
show
are they
you. I'll
like
get
are they
there.
like are they
And you probably have to
brick
weatherproof
houses
the
or like
concrete
pretty
as well.
modernized,
Fairly modernized, like within the last 30 years, I would say. But like,
and
if-
renovated and
I can
renovated?
take I can take something that goes for $500,000 here in Washington State, and I can find that in Kansas and Kentucky for less than $80,000.
Yeah,
Bro,
and it's
see,
at least
it's
two
the
bedrooms,
exact
same
one
quality.
bath.
Even your housing
Yeah.
prices are nothing
Sounds like
compared to
too
my
much.
area. Like my ends, you're looking at 1.8 million minimum just for
Oh,
a
yeah.
single family home.
there's those around here too. I'm talking about the stuff that we would like maybe inch towards. There's plenty of those.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
one of the
looking-
sites
But
that I
like, are
work
these
at is-
single family homes too, or like are
yeah,
these
single
like
family.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude?
so-
as I said,
What do you
single-family
What do you
homes,
guys consider a single
not
family?
even
How
close
much?
I mean, like, is it like a townhouse or a?
No, we're not talking about townhouses. We're talking about
Because you consider
Like
a single
actual
family like
single-family
two
homes.
and two, like two
Town-
kids
like-
and two parents.
condos are a
what?
little bit different. Townhouses usually go for rent. They
Usually
really
like
don't
4
sell
people
those.
occupancy. Usually,
Yeah, about
Right.
four to six.
4 to 5, 4 to 6.
In one
Four
of
to
the sites
five
that I
around
work at,
here.
there are like
Oh,
I think
big ol'.
one of the houses in there is worth $6 million. We have
Yeah?
we have one on an island that would used to be on my patrol route that the guy was trying to sell for $8 million.
Holy
Damn.
shit!
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There are those up here. I don't think he's
Like
like
what?
$8 million
What?
for it.
What?
No,
what-
there's a house not
what's
too
so
far
good
from
about
me
those
that I know
houses?
that
Like,
sold for $5.
Nothing.
It's
We
all
live
property
because it's
of
near
you.
Seattle, and that's
Crap.
where all the technology people are. Then we have Microsoft, we have T-Mobile,
That's
we
dumb
have
as shit.
AT&T, we have
Yeah, they're
Starbucks.
trying to sell it out
Yeah.
based
That's
on
dumb
There
as
is
shit.
some
It's
really
based
nice
on
places
Seattle.
on the island, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
On my island, like where I live. Like, there's some
Yeah.
really nice places. Like, I think the highest I've seen a place go for is like 12 or something like that, though.
Gotcha.
Because
to
like
be
there's
fair-
a Richie, because there's like a Richie rich area, right? Like
Yeah.
over in
Yeah,
Sydney,
every
like-
place has that. Every
Yeah.
place
What
has
I'm
that.
trying
and
to
they
do is
sell
I'm
their
trying to
houses
find,
for
like,
a lot.
I'm trying to find like the sweet spot to where I can still make like a Washington State style wage and have like a Kansas style fucking mortgage payment, right? Like, give me-
Yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah.
buy a house for $30,000 out there, fix it up, and rent it out. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So like, where is and the weird shit is, I actually
You guys'
found-
housing markets are so unbalanced.
It really is, and
Yeah.
it's
Well, and it goes state to state too.
California is almost as bad as Washington, and the wages are lower. So like,
Yeah.
Yep.
like especially California, I think is more extreme because there are some stuff you can find for like $300,000, and you have like shit like
Mhm.
Beverly Hills,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think
I haven't seen a house price of $200,000 since I was alive. Like I was like
Yeah.
first alive in this world. Like that.
Oh,
That's how
like,
long ago
let
we
me-
haven't seen 200,000.
that's like a
Let me
constant
look
here
it
for
onto
apartments.
Zillow real quick, just because I like to search
Yeah.
for stuff on there.
Remember when we were on Zillow and we found a bunker for like
Dude, it's sold. I've been keeping track of it. Somebody bought it.
how
Damn
much was it? 150,000?
I
120?
hold on. I did. Do I still have the listing? God, please, God, do I still have the listing?
Dude, now I wish I.
No, I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
wait,
And-
wait,
and
wait.
we're like
No.
dreaming. We're like, bro, like we'll buy a bunker in the middle of nowhere.
but
We'll make
here's
a
the thing.
house.
I actually explored that property,
Yeah.
and it's more than just a missile silo, right? Okay, so
Uh-huh.
for context, guys, those of you in the audience, we found this is where the Kansas search took me. By the way, this is where I ended up. It was a property in Kansas.
It had
and
a
it
small
was-
corner store and a whole ass hangar too.
It was It had, was it Sterling or was it was something else? No. I don't even remember the city, and I'm so sad because I would love to see that again.
Shit.
But it was an entire ass missile silo. Like, it had launch bay doors and everything. But I
Yeah.
actually explored that property. There's 2 more buildings on that property.
Yeah, yeah. There's a hangar and then there's a small shop.
Yeah, bruh, that's doable.
Yeah.
Fucking streamer
Yeah,
ranch
that's
right there. And
nice.
if anybody
Ah.
pisses us off, what are you gonna swat us? We have a missile silo. Fucking come at me,
Bro.
bro.
You got
Blow it
somebody
out, blow a
streaming
hole in
over
it.
in the shop, and you got somebody streaming down in the bunker. Like somehow.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember
Well,
we were
okay, the
dreaming
thing
up
is-
like what we would do
Damn it!
in
now I
in
wish
that
I
in that
really-
silo. Like
find
where
it,
would we put our stuff? I remember I was saying we should put like an elevator in the middle where the missile is, and then just have like a nice clear glass elevator going up and down.
Like a tube.
Willy Wonka
That
shit.
would be
He wants a
badass.
tube.
It would
He
be
wants a
badass.
tube
So-
elevator.
Turning to- okay.
God,
bro.
Yeah,
And then
I
you-
wish
you know-
guys
you-
would
but you
look
know
at
what
it. I
else?
know how to build a frame of the house.
But you know
Yeah,
what else
like-
is
Like,
badass?
and Shay's a carpenter too. Like, we could. That's why I say
True,
buy
true.
land and build on it. Fuck.
True.
Like, I'm looking
Yeah.
at
You
it over
know-
here. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Kansas. It's $20,000.
Oh my god.
Oh,
But yo, you
Kit
know what
Carson.
else?
No, excuse me. Kit Carson, Colorado. A little bit further over.
But you know- you know-
Colorado.
Colorado,
gonna say, though-
legalize it.
legalize. But you-
Legalize, bitch.
I was gonna say
Legalize.
though. You know what else is?
Recognize.
Fuck.
They're telling me this sold for $500. I don't believe it. That you got
$500? You're capping.
Cap.
Capping.
They're all listed at $500. What?
$500 homes?
Starting price,
Shit.
maybe.
I could buy that. Right now.
I could buy. Yeah, right now I could buy like 5 of these. Fucking.
Well, good for you.
Mr.
I
Rich
can't even
Rich.
fucking afford $1,200
Okay,
apartment
but I-
right now, man.
Okay.
I mean, I could afford it, but
Where the
fuck, I can't afford it long term.
I can't afford
But,
it.
but do you know what you can afford, Draven?
Absolutely, that's why.
King's
I know
Coast
what-
Coffee.
Oh!
God damn it, Deal.
Shit. Shit.
I'm
You
sorry.
guys know.
wait.
You
King's
can
Coast
get
Coffee.
10% off. King's Coast Coffee.
With cold
Dude.
dipshits. And guess what, bro?
I
You know
I can
how
afford
I'm
some coffee.
you know how I'm Indian and how I love mangoes, bro? I tell you what, in October, dropping on October 26th, all right, at noon EST, King's Coast Coffee is dropping their estate collection mango honey coffee, which is some interesting shit. But bro, I'm down for that. All right, if it has mango, I'm in for it, bro.
That might be worth.
Hey, yo,
worth
look.
the better
It's
All
every
right.
day, bro.
I'm looking at you.
I
I'm
got
looking at you, peoples. All right, you want some good quality shit? Want some good quality shit? Some like super good affordable shit and some sick shit. All right,
You
that's
want that
King's
good
Coast
nut.
Coffee. Yeah, you
Yeah,
want that
good
good nut,
nut.
bro? That good nut,
good?
the good nut. Yeah,
You want them
get
good
some King's Coast
beans?
Coffee. Code
I want a little
dipshits for 10% off. Gang shit.
Want them beans? They're good.
10% better than
Yeah.
being broke.
Yeah,
10%,
10% better than
that's
being broke.
10?
Yo,
That
for those
is
of you who have
10%.
Yeah, bro. For those of you who
Off
have
the
tax
dollar.
rates of 10%, you're saving that tax with code
No
dipshits,
taxes.
10% off. No taxes,
We don't
better
work with
coffee.
taxes in this
You're winning, bro. You're winning. You're winning.
Better
Chief. It doesn't help
coffee.
any of it. It doesn't help nowhere, you know, because it's some useful shit. That's what I'm
Better
saying, bro.
help.
But yeah,
On the
it's just
topic
as
of
sick as
coffee.
them $500 houses. I tell you what. I tell you what.
Not to rip on King's Cup. Haven't tried them, but the
Not
Hawaiians
yet.
makes them pretty good. Damn.
Not yet. See, I'm trying to convince my boys to try their shit because they got some good shit. King's Coast got some good shit, brother. I'll tell you what. All right, and you
Oh,
you can
trust me.
see.
I found
Yeah,
it.
I need a refill. Don't worry. I'm going to be buying some.
I found it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, it was.
What'd you find?
It was. I found it. The address, the thing. It was sold. Hold on. I'll
It was sold. You did it.
I'll put it in.
You
homies.
did it.
I'm the
You
research
be
god.
homed. Hemos.
But yeah, no, it actually sold. Where is homies?
give it.
Here we go.
You did bit there.
Here we go. Just because I don't want to say the address on stream,
Yeah.
and, you know, dox whoever fucking
Bought the shit. Yeah.
Purchase this.
but like, it's an actual silo, dude.
I
Bruh,
forgot
it
how much
totally
this thing was
is.
bought for.
I wish it would tell me.
It won't. It won't tell.
No, it does not. It
The
does not
thing
in
is, though,
fact tell
this
you.
thing. Remember when we were looking at the property tax, and the thing's property tax was nothing.
Yeah.
It was like two
yeah.
grand. It was like $2,000 for a whole ass silo, and it's like not bad. That's
Oh
not
my
bad.
god. Yeah, that's a full
That is
silo.
a full ass silo, my dude.
That is some. What's his fucking face? Bruce Banner testing field ass.
Yo,
That's some
it's some
Batcave
crazy
shit right there. Is what that
It
is.
is some
Well, yeah,
Batcave
look,
shit.
there's a whole ass hangar and a little shop building. The shower's ratty as shit, but you know, like you could make that into
Yeah. Just
that
have
is a
Shay
whole ass
come
shower,
by.
property.
you got a bucket of hot
Just
water.
have Shay come by and do
Abilene,
all-
Kansas.
the entire thing. The entire thing. Just have Shay fix it up. It'll
Right.
take him a few years.
No,
It'll
I
take
can-
him a few
that
years.
would be his job. We just pay him to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Live
pay
in,
the
work
property
in,
tax.
fix in.
Yeah.
Give him that
And
internet.
then live in right
And
again.
then-
by the time he makes it a Vic's room, it's like
Bro.
5 years of living.
Right? And we get Dio down here, right? And Dio's just pulling shorties left and right. He's be like, hey, you want to come over to my
A
missile
lie?
silo? You're what?
A lie?
My missile silo? That's cap. Fuck.
That's not just
like,
what I
bet.
call the bedroom.
Come, watch.
Bet.
Watch.
I show my sick hacker den. I'm like
Be like,
sitting
hey.
here.
Going down the floors, you
You
pass
know
your
what's
friend.
funny?
Yeah, you pass a couple
If we
buddies.
actually got a missile silo, we would easily be able to live off my salary alone. My future salary, not my current.
yeah.
Because I'm aiming for that
You-
shit.
Dude, can you,
Software development.
Because here's the
shit,
thing,
bro.
I've always wanted something underground. My dream house is a little outhouse in the middle of a big field, and you open
Yep.
the outhouse and there's stairs that go down.
Dude, my guy, yo, you're doing the Fortnite shit, bro. Like Fortnite, there's like porta potties. You go through, there's a tunnel that leads you out somewhere else.
Is that
Same
what?
shit.
Yes. I don't
That's
Fortnite,
what
so I don't know
That's
that.
what
But yeah,
I wanted. I wanted
Yeah,
the fucking
Same shit. Same shit.
Ho Chi Minh Trail through my goddamn yard. I did
Oh,
have
God,
stage
this
tunnels
man's
Trails,
underneath
dude.
it.
Draven. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Draven's a mole man.
Damn straight. I'm living in the dirt eating those goddamn grubs.
Give me them worms.
Yeah. Shit,
You know,
bro.
though, you get the antenna up and like have the fucking Because
Oh.
here's
There's
the
just
thing
a,
about being
out of
underground
nowhere in the middle of the field,
Yeah,
somebody's
I
like
know.
lost. They just come
It's-
across like a fucking like a little Little tiny shack.
It's temperature regulated.
No,
down there.
no, but imagine though, like you're just coming, you're walking around, and then you're just in this barren field. You're like, I'm gonna die, and then you just see,
You just see, somebody watering lawn. How you doing, neighbor? You look a little thirsty out there. Can I get
It sinks into the ground.
Can I
Can I get you some
Dr.
sweet
Pepper?
tea? Yeah, some sweet.
You know what's great about that though?
Dr. Pepper.
It's natural disaster proof.
It is. It is because
That's
everything's made of
my
concrete
thought.
and it's all underground.
Almost. Like earthquakes probably would be
Well, okay,
bad.
you don't
but
get earthquakes
Oh,
in Canada.
yes.
That's not Canada, fucking
in
Kansas.
Kansas.
That's Tornado Alley, and it's perfect for Tornado Alley.
I don't think
Like,
you get earthquakes in Canada.
We've had
Like, big
only a
ol'-
couple.
See, I
We've
used to
only
live in
had a couple.
California, and see, that's the thing about like I think when I moved up to Washington, it was really funny because like I'm used to that shit because I used to live on the San Andreas Fault, right?
Oh,
that is
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit.
That
biggest-
was like every 2 seconds.
I used to live in San Andreas, right? And
Shit,
generally, like
GTA.
I'm sitting here, like do, and I feel the ground start to shake and do this shit, and I just like I don't even take my eyes off my phone. I just sidestep myself into a little doorway, right? Because you always just get in the doorway. That's what we always. And I hear screaming. I'm like, I'm
The fuck's
chilling
wrong
in the
with you?
doorway, like, bro, what is your major malfunction? Get under a desk, hold on to the
Dude,
legs. or-
Washington in general has a major malfunction.
Okay,
Like, you
that's
go
true too.
anywhere.
Because
That's true.
when I came up here,
I've
a
been
lot of
there.
people complained about Californians driving. Have you ever watched Washington drivers the first time it rains in winter?
Oh yeah, they just
Everyone
lose all
loses their
sense of-
shit. And I'm over here thinking, isn't this Washington? Doesn't this happen here? Aren't you guys used to rain? You tell us it rains all the fucking time.
See,
Apparently-
Washington is the Vancouver, BC of the U.S. because Washington does the same thing as Vancouverites. Like Washington, people who live in Washington do the same thing as Vancouverites. They complain about the weather. It's
Yeah.
always the rain. But
But
the
here's
thing
the,
is,
I'm gonna reveal
we
to
don't
you
drive like
something.
jackasses.
I'm gonna reveal you to you something that no Washingtonian ever wants anybody from.
Oh,
any
is that
other
what
state
it is? Washingtonian?
Whatever.
Please,
Yeah, I mean,
please.
that's what.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tell me what I don't.
no
want
one
other
from
people to
Washington
know.
Wash a tanker?
ever wants anyone else to know.
What I don't
The
want
whole
from
"it
you.
rains all the time" is a fucking lie.
It is
Yes,
cap.
Absolutely.
It has been, I
is.
want to say, 3 or 4 months since the last rain.
We're in a
it might have
drought.
rained once. It rained once.
But so you're in a drought.
No,
These are
it's
in a
like-
drought.
No,
It's
not
just
even.
summer. It's
Yeah.
called summer.
True.
Like
I mean,
It's
it's
still
the same
raining
thing
in the
here.
summer.
they
Although
think-
I do
okay,
remember
because they want to
I
tell
remember
everybody.
a lot of rains.
Raids in the summer here.
when I was younger.
But they want to tell everybody that it rains all the time here. Why? Because it keeps people out.
True.
They don't
True.
want more people like me from California coming. And I'm here to tell you that it does
Tired
not.
of you.
Come
This
here,
cat-
drive
you
the
from-
property values down, please.
It's cap. See,
Actually, yeah, do it. Do it.
the thing with
Find
Look,
out.
look now.
is,
No,
but like,
I can tell
But
you.
like, go to Tacoma where nobody wants to be because I don't want to be there.
Bro, I can
dude,
tell you right
Tacoma
now,
sucks ass.
Washingtonians are tired of
Tacoma
Californians
sounds like
coming
such a
in,
shitty place.
Idaho's
Tacoma
coming in,
sounds like a
motherfucking
disease you would
Montana,
get.
Texans, everyone.
I
We're
got
just
the
tired of everyone else
Tacoma.
coming into our fucking state.
Dude,
All right, we
this-
want to be left alone. True Washingtonians, we don't give a fuck about you motherfuckers coming into Seattle. All right, we want you out.
this is how
We want
this
you
is how
undertow,
it
we wanna
works.
leave
All
you
right.
alone.
You
We don't
either
care.
you either go to Seattle or you go to Oregon. Canadians never stop at Tacoma.
Don't.
Yeah,
don't.
probably for good God
No,
reasons.
because
You don't
that's
stop.
good because
No,
you're surviving.
you don't fuck around in Tacoma.
You don't
all
go
right?
to
don't.
Tacoma anymore.
You don't.
No,
You
you
Just
don't
like
fuck
if
around.
you're-
You don't go
if
to
you're in
Tacoma.
Find out.
Central
It's-
No
California.
business.
It's the Wild
No
West, bro.
reason.
It's
You
the
don't go
Wild
to
West. You
Tacoma.
don't. You don't.
No,
You
it's
don't
Go
called
go
to
that.
there.
Compton for a reason.
Basically, yeah, to Compton
Compton?
or Stockton.
It's a
fucking-
legit
To
name,
Compton?
dude. Like it's used.
Oh, that's
It's
like
to
that's
Compton.
like
There's
that's
a
like
meme out
Wally.
there.
That's like Wally for us.
There's a
Yeah,
meme
we had
out
to get a
there
Wally
with,
roll.
you know that where Simba and Mufasa are sitting on the ridge? Everything the light touches is ours, Simba. But what's that shadowy place? That's Tacoma, Simba. You must never go there.
You find out. Yeah, I told you about my run in
What's
Tacoma.
that shadow?
right?
No.
We've heard about my no.
No,
No
what
one's
happened?
heard about. All right, so
Was it
quite
where you
a
guys
few-
shot at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
you
it.
told me that.
God. This is
Yeah,
a crazy
yeah, so-
story.
So
My dude
quick
got
little
shot at.
run-in with the homies at work, and they're like, "Oh, let's go bowling." We're like, okay, cool. We got a bowling place here. No, they go to Tacoma because it's cheaper. It's like, okay, that's understandable. Let's go bowling. And we're out there until like fucking midnight, and they're like, "We're hungry." It's like, okay, let's go grab food. This motherfucker says Denny's on Hosford, which is like one of the most hotspot spots in Tacoma. Like every other night, something goes down there. And we apparently
And
have
it
two
was
people who are regulars in
that
Tacoma. I'm
other
not a
night.
regular. I just know don't fuck around in Tacoma. But we go, we finish our meal, we have a good time. I pay. I look to the fucking window, and there's just three motherfuckers out there having an argument. One of them straight up pulls a piece from his waistband. He's just like, "Yeah, I got this on me." I'm just like, and that's when we leave. And so I start ushering people out, and shots fire. I'm fucking booking it behind a car engine. Alex Black from fucking you remember
Darnell.
Vic Darnell.
Darnell.
This motherfucker's strolling out. He's just big, burly,
Big
Black
balls
man
energy over here.
like
fucking-
nothing going on. Because he had the power of Christ with him, like he's
Uh-oh.
gonna fucking say.
It's fine. Don't worry about
No,
it.
But everyone was fine, but yeah. But you don't fuck around in Tacoma for good reason. Because if you don't got business, you don't got a reason to stay.
Yeah,
Dude.
I drive through. I
That's
don't
just
ever get
the
out of
way
the
it
car. Same with
See, Vic,
there's three
see-
cities I don't get out of the car: Tacoma, Federal Way, Tukwila.
See, Vic, I
Yeah.
respect you a little
Yeah.
more now, more than I already do, because you were willing to risk your life to give me a cam link.
Yeah, I wanted to get out there and get you the camera.
He was-
Tacoma.
He was willing to drive to Tacoma.
Bro. I was
But
gonna
the
suit
thing
up. It was
is,
gonna be
you
an
want-
undercover mission, right?
See, the thing is, though, you wanted me to risk my life in Tacoma, though. That's the exchange here.
You're brown.
Hey.
You have extra protection there.
Nah, you guys
No.
would have been fine. You would have been in and
It's
out.
not
2
the right
seconds.
ground.
Any longer than 5 minutes, you probably would have been
Okay,
fucked. but-
just because I live in a gang-ridden city in Canada doesn't mean that shit works in Tacoma.
Yeah, that shit up there is like gangs light.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's like,
oh my god.
It's like Bud Light.
same
I gotta-
concept,
I mean, I
half
got-
the danger.
All right,
Oh,
Dio,
sorry,
is
eh?
your gang shit
West
gang shit bad
side, eh?
enough where you got fucking homeless people?
No,
waking up on
North
your doorstep?
Society.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I've had. Okay, good. I had that shit too.
Oh, I almost
Dude,
got attacked last week
we-
when I woke up a homeless guy on my
Oh
job.
god. Oh god.
Right?
My ass
Dude,
almost
they
got
don't-
assaulted.
They'll just sleep around and be like, "Yeah, I'm living here now." My mom fucking
Like,
woke
fuck
up that
you are,
motherfucker on the
and-
doorstep.
This is up
Is
in
he-
up in
Oh.
Bremerton, which is retired Navy town.
Right.
It's almost as bad sometimes, and like I'm a second degree black belt, but that doesn't mean I can handle everything, right?
Right.
Cap.
Because this guy, man, it was at this little community theater, and I saw him like behind one of the vestibules, like up against the door, just saw this fucking mound and a plaid blanket. I'm like, here we go. So I'm out there with the flashlight. I'm like, sir,
There
excuse me, sir. Gotta wake up. And I like reach my foot out and I tap him on his boot and back up, and I'm like, my life. He's not responding, right? And I was just like, hey, I want to give you a couple minutes to wake up. I know this ain't, this ain't comfortable, and this ain't, but unfortunately, I gotta move you because this is private property. Can't have you camping out on overnight. No response. I hear him like when I touch his foot, I hear him like, breathe in like he's waking up, and then he just lays there.
Oh God. Fucking tweet.
So I'm thinking, all right, fuck. And I kind of reach over and I
Man's-
like tap his duffel with my foot a couple times. I'm like, sir, I'm not going away. I'm trying to be nice over here by letting you talk to me instead of letting you talk to the police. Much rather just let you go on your own 2 feet. No response. I'm like, is he still asleep, or is he like, did he like OD? And he's like, this is a medical emergency. Do I need to call the cops right now? Because like, that's the thing. Security is full of judgment calls. Like every second you're making a judgment call, right? And you have to keep yourself liability free, so that way, whatever you're doing doesn't cost the company money in a lawsuit. And we're getting paid, barely $1.50 above minimum wage. Security is the most abused profession, I would say, one of. as far as like pay goes. Security and like fast food and retail. Those are the three worst.
Yeah.
And most common, I would say. So I'm over here, but here, like, the difference is, like, I have to prepare court admissible documents in my reports. There are certain wordings that I have to use. I can't say the guy broke the window if I didn't see him break the window. I have to say exactly what I saw. When I arrived, I saw that the driver's side window was broken. There was glass on the ground, and his right hand was bloody. I can't make the connection. So
That ain't no job.
I have to let
that's how
whoever's
court's
reading it
whack,
make the
bro.
connection. Yeah, it's so weird. You can't know personal opinion. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, all right. So I open up the car door for the patrol car because I parked, further away because I'm not going to be like the other officer on my shift and get the car damaged. We'll talk about that later. And I honked the horn, loud, fucking, And I closed the door. I'm like, all right, dude, there's no way you're still asleep. And like at that point, I'm thinking whether this is a medical emergency or this guy's just fucking ignoring me. It's either medical emergency or trespassing because at this point I've asked him to leave and he's refused.
Mm-hmm.
I should have called the cops first because I tried one more time. Sir, I need you to wait. And he, in this fucking fast motion, he throws the blanket off and like sits up to us. What the fuck is your problem, man? Everywhere I go, somebody's waking me up. I'm like, bruh, just doing my job. And he gets up and he starts rushing me. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, back up. I said, dude, back the fuck off. Back off and get the fuck out. And he said, what's up? What's up? You want to get shot? You want to get shot? And he does that. And I'm like, as soon as somebody does that, I know I have to stay close to them.
Yeah. No,
because
that's rule number one in
I
firearms.
only, if
self-defense.
they actually have a firearm and they pull it out on me, I only have that one chance to disarm them before they train it on me and pull the trigger. If I give them any distance, I'm dead. And because I have to stay close to him, he gets more aggressive. He charged me twice. But he never actually pulled anything.
That was probably,
Yeah. So I ended up getting the light in his eyes, and he backed off a little bit. And then he decided he didn't want none of that, and he started getting his stuff. Finally, at that point, I was on the phone calling 911 and saying, "Hey, I might need some assistance over here. This guy threats of bodily harm, which is in America assault.
Yep.
If you threaten somebody, that is
Yep.
assault.
It is a
but,
thing.
Like this is what made me realize this ain't worth $16.50 an hour.
It's
because
not.
Here's
Now you're trying to
the
throw me
kicker
in
to
there.
all of this. One-on-one, I would have had no problem with this guy, except that his pupils were dilated. They were dilated so far that I could barely tell what color his eyes were. And if that's PCP, that's not a fight I'm winning, because he can't feel pain anymore.
No.
Pain is what makes people make different decisions. I'm not going to be able to change his mind.
No, you're not.
And out there,
No.
I'm solo. I can't take the kind of risks that I could if I had a team on the way. If I had a radio, 10, 11 over at the theater, and I know somebody's on the way, I might have been a little bit more aggressive about it. But when it's one-on-one like that, and you're in that kind of situation, that's life or death.
True.
That is the
Heaven
reality of
or
security.
hell.
Exactly.
Guilty Gear type shit, bro.
They
Dude.
blamed the beasts. Oh.
Oh my god. Dude, it's crazy that shit like this happens and you don't get paid much for it.
It's freaking $16.50 an hour, and that might sound like a lot to a lot of people, but when your rent is over
It's not.
$1,000 a month,
I
it's really
promise you it's not.
No.
not.
Like
So if
I
there's
had
people
to, I
listening,
had to
in,
ask
like,
for a pay raise. Like
yeah,
that's
if there's
how
people
bad it
listening
was.
in like Kansas where the houses are $20,000, I bet you Kansas you make federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 right now. I think
Oof.
16 might sound like a lot, but I bet you your rent's only $300 a month or $4.
Yeah.
Maybe.
My rent is more than double yours.
I
like
wish.
it's so weird how like different areas are valued differently.
It's strange. It gets crazier. So there's a thing I've noticed, especially with my province. When you get to the city area, so the Metro Vancouver area, everything is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And minimum wage is ass. But you go to and like minimum wage is obviously ass throughout the entire province. It's province wide. And you'll rarely find good paying jobs, right? Unless you're like super like certified, you're educated, you have your shit. You go to the interior areas, you're seeing like regular like jobs paying you over 20 an hour.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
it's
like,
all
what the
about
hell?
finding that sweet spot. So like a lot of people they get trapped in these areas. Like one of the ones that I heard about that is the worst to go to in America is New Mexico. Because if
Oh,
you go to New
really?
Mexico, you will never make enough money to get out.
Oh
That's
shit.
what I've been told. Yeah, anybody from New Mexico, feel free to correct us here, but that's I was told by somebody that if you ever make the mistake of going to live in New Mexico, you'll never make enough money to leave.
That's crazy because that's like stunlock the state.
Exactly, right? That's like me being in a corner in a fighting game and not
Jeff,
being able to do anything. Like that's
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like
It's-
every
it's
New
Dark
Mexico,
Souls,
you
the living
dead.
experience.
the state is constantly plus on block. It's like
Plus, fuck,
yeah,
five for the year, five for the year, five for
yeah,
the year.
it's like you're every other character in Guilty Gear, and New Mexico is just Saul
This
bad guy.
Potemkin Buster.
Yeah, or Potemkin. You're just
I love
constantly getting
Potemkin.
busted. But yeah, we got another space mail coming in from this
Oh shit! Oh shit!
the port is open.
Gas guy. It's Trun Gas guy.
Oh,
Tell us about the fuel
Oh,
prices,
Willie.
Trun gas.
Yo, Trun Gas. Yo, man's telling us the Trunness of gas. But it's a question for all of us. What is a moment in your life that legitimately terrified you?
Oh.
Ooh, I've got-
Every time I turn on my PC and it doesn't boot up.
That's
Oh.
that
fine.
is a heartbreak, though. All that money, and then you're like, please work, please work.
And then
There's this
nothing.
there's
And
this
you're like-
one kid in my high school, like when I was I think in 9th or 10th grade, and this guy would act like he's like super like he's possessed or some shit, right? Like he was like he
Oh.
was acting all like demonic and shit, right?
Mhm.
Or like satanic, I guess. I don't exactly know. I don't want to step on things that are not what it is. But basically, the dude was acting kind of messed up, and
Exactly sus.
yeah, like he was acting pretty sus. Like no memes, like actually pretty sus before sus was a meme,
Yeah.
and he would do like really irregular things. He's like, like, you'd see like marks on his arms and shit, like he just cut them and stuff like that, and like
Mhm.
he acts like he's doing like blood rituals and shit, and I'm like, dude, I am staying away from this guy, right?
Yeah,
And
that's-
then this
that's someone
guy-
who's gone to-
So for all I know, for all we know, he's joking, right? But this guy for some reason had it out for me. He would constantly come up to me and he would say all this weird shit to the point where it actually genuinely terrified me. And one time he pulled out a sharp object and in class, right, to scare me, and I was terrified to the point where I genuinely cried. And I told my teacher about it, and he got in so much shit that he actually got I think it was suspended or expelled for it. Because
Ooh, boy.
and
Yeah.
I thought it was over, right?
Oh,
Like
no.
people in my class, were like, like were making fun of me and shit and calling me a crybaby and shit, whatever. But then this one time I was walking home from school, right? Like I was heading over to my bus stop. This guy behind me
No.
No.
runs after me.
No.
I am running away. I am scared as hell. I'm running away. And he catches up to me and he stops me and I freeze. I'm panicking. And this guy's like, "Why did you do that? Why you got me expelled, man?" Like, and he's like pissed off, right? And I'm like sitting here, I'm cowering in like genuine like genuinely I was terrified, cowering. And he's like holding like a sharpened ruler with him, and I'm like, this ain't it,
Oh, hell
chief.
nah.
This ain't it. I was so scared. And then the bus came right in time, and I panicked, went into the bus, and it was done. Like he didn't chase me after that, and I never saw him again after. But oh my god, I was
That's terrifying.
I was terrified.
Fuck.
Ended up finding out that he was joking, but it was a joke gone too far. And
Yeah.
But
Some people just make up shit because they want to feel important. Like,
it was genuinely terrifying.
yeah,
I was scared, man.
I can't blame you. That's especially what high school. Yeah,
I was in high
Yeah.
school, like 9th or 10th grade, bro. In woodwork class, this guy's like doing this shit to me, and I'm like, I was scared, bro. I was genuinely scared. I told my teacher, I was so scared. I told my teacher when he pulled him aside to talk to him, I was like, bro, keep sharp objects away from him. I don't want him to get you too. Like, that's how scared I was. I was genuinely terrified of other people around me.
Yeah, dog.
I was like, because I don't know what the hell he's gonna do. I don't know if he's actually being for real or not. And I was terrified for that.
see, that's the thing about like the whole free will and separation of consciousness being like other people are unpredictable, and the unknown is terrifying. Like, not knowing what somebody's potential is, like you can't trust them to not cross this line.
Yeah.
Because
For
with
real.
most people, we have this. I wouldn't say it's a sense of security, but we have an estimated line of I can trust this person not to do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why we're able to, talk with each other within, 3 feet of each other because I can trust you not to haul off and just, oh, I'm so sorry about that. Like, right?
This
Yeah.
reflexes,
It's
bro.
just fucking. But with some people, when they lose that trust, they become it's like a feeling that you get too. Because I know what you're talking about. Once somebody crosses that line and breaks that barrier, they go into this area where when you're around them, you can feel them somewhere pinpointed on your radius. They
Mhm.
radiate danger to you because they have identified themselves as a threat, and it's this weird crawling, itchy, fucking pressure feeling.
Yeah, there
It's
was
the
a
primal
point where
instinct.
I was like, somehow, like when he was chasing me from behind, right? Like I just split second turned around, like sort of like I felt his gaze. I saw him. I ran.
Yep.
Like it was adrenaline pumping panic.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
It was scary shit. But yeah, he was
hell of a
expelled
story.
and he got
Yeah.
transferred to another school and never saw him again.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
dude.
it was a scary time. I mean, to be fair, this was around the time I was bullied a lot, but still, well,
I
we
mean,
won't get
most
into
of
that.
Hey,
Or-
dude, you got
Yeah.
threatened with sharp object. That's scary shit, man.
Yeah, no,
This
that
is
guy
a whole
was.
crew question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
crew
it is.
question, but
You
that
got
was my
something?
terrifying story.
Yeah. Somebody else, go ahead.
I mean, surprisingly enough, the gunshots weren't the scariest thing.
Shit.
It was oh God, what was it? It was 20. I think it was 2020. Yeah, COVID and all that. And girl from London was like, "Hey, I'm stuck here out purring. Can you show me around Seattle?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm
Right?
sorry,
Like,
yeah,
we take those.
We
Oh,
take
we
those.
take those. Damn straight. I took that straight to the bank, my guy.
British is
Anyway,
a win.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
no,
Yeah,
total win.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, late night Seattle. First time we were really talking. I started off coffee, and then we just started wandering, and it got late, and ended up on the wrong side where there's a lot of homeless camps and stuff. And we're crossing over.
Mm.
Dude's walking towards us. I see it. I'm slowly just move her to the other side, and this dude flips out something. I'm sitting here like, could be key fob, doesn't really look that sharp, don't want to play those games, but we don't have any other direction to move. And I'm the one line of defense. I know how to
You are
handle
the
my
meat
shit
shield,
with the knife.
yes.
Damn straight. I know how to handle my shit with the knife, but if I'm getting shanked, I'm still shanked. And
Yeah.
it's going to hurt like a bitch. I'm still holding it, though. I'm holding that line. Luckily, we crossed by. He just said, don't ever come around here and get like, we're just walking, man. I'm not feeling any of it. But yeah, no physical altercation. But yeah, just that feeling of if I got to do something and
Yeah.
something's going to happen, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Because you took the same
It was
martial
just-
art I did.
No, I took mixed martial.
I thought you
it
did
was-
Taekwondo for a little while.
No, that was my sister.
Who was it
And-
that? Oh, it must have been someone else. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
must have
most
been. But
martial
yeah,
arts
I
would
did.
teach you that if you're unarmed against somebody with a knife, you're gonna get cut.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna get
absolutely.
cut. Don't think
Unless
that
you
you can
can
defend
keep
against a knife
control.
without getting cut, because you're gonna get cut.
Yeah. Unless you're lucky and you're able to get control away from the opponent.
And get
with
it
the
out of their
knife
hands
in the
fast, yeah.
first- yeah. In the
Like if
first
you're
few
able to
seconds of
like
it.
pull over and immediately snap the elbow, like that's not the only.
That was essentially my plan. Just
Dude, I can
scoot
only
and then
imagine
try
though,
to get
like
the
you're
elbow.
walking along with this girl, and then all of a sudden you see, and just that feeling of cold dread just settles in.
Dude.
That was exactly it. Just
That's
like, well,
terrifying.
I figured it was going to happen at some point, and
Yeah.
nothing
the
happened.
fucking
so
the
we're gonna
Metroid
wait till
escape
next
music starts playing in your head.
Dude.
Yeah, I was mind gaming that whole thing. I'm just like, all right, how do I respond when I see motion? How do I respond?
And
What's
it's like
my
it's only
response?
5 seconds, but it stretches on forever because your mind fucking accelerates. Like it feels like an
Mhm.
hour.
That's what felt like a good 5
Adrenaline's a
minutes
scary
walking
thing,
past
man.
this dude.
It is.
And then when the thing is over and you have that fucking shaky, like the shakes after the adrenaline, like because you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like you look like a little bitch because you're shaking, but like it's the adrenaline wearing itself off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
I somehow get
The thing
into
is-
a lot of random shit.
My favorite weapons have always been the Eskrima sticks. So I was thinking about just carrying a set of twin asps, you know, the extendable batons,
Oh, there you go.
because they're non-lethal. They're technically not blackjacks in Washington, you know. So like,
Blackjacks?
Just
Well, what do you
carry
mean by that?
Have a
so a
piece of
blackjack
iron.
is like generally it's like a makeshift thing that ends up being a pole with a weight on the end that you could legitimately bash somebody's skull in.
Baton with extra
Oh.
oomph.
Yeah. So
Okay.
something that has weight on it that you could do fatal bludgeoning damage with, if I'm going to put it in
Yeah.
D&D terms.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand.
Beast, you want one? Or you got one? Or?
Oh,
Beast was,
no.
I think, genuinely was his PC.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Yeah.
That was real.
Shit.
Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
no,
genuine.
like that is so. I have like so many
'Cause
stories,
that's your
but like
connection to the world.
yeah,
right?
because
So, like,
one in
Yeah.
particular, right, was like recently I had to I put in a graphics card or whatever, and when I did that,
I was
had a-
helping you.
I was
I think.
no, this is before. I plugged it in, right, and everything was on, everything, and there was power going to the motherboard and everything, and I pushed the boot button on my computer on the front, right, and just nothing, and I was like.
Oh. I broke it.
Oh no.
Our best friend Clear CMOS saves the day.
No, and then I had to, and then I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this thing?" And then I tried so many things. I tried fucking with every cable, looking, making sure everything was good, except for one cable. I'm stupid because I forgot one cable in this moment. Okay. Then I go and I put it away, and I'm sitting in my bed like fucking like this, like thinking I just fucked myself, right? Like I just my
Yeah.
literal
Turned it all
$2,500 computer now
Ugh.
gone. I was like.
Shit.
Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Then I get on my phone, because I still have my phone, Discord on my phone, and I'm talking to Nags, and I'm telling him what happened, and I'm so, like, sad. And then his buddy Alien says one thing to me. He says, this is a long shot, but check the boot cord. I fucking shoved this boot cord in, like, I wiggled it around, shoved it in more. Didn't really feel like I did, but, you know, like I plugged it in or anything, but, you know. And then I plugged it in, pushed the boot button, everything went through, and I was like,
Yep.
and then the fan stopped spinning, and I was like, no.
Oh no.
And then that's when a little bit later I called Dio, and then he was like, okay, check your RAM, okay, check your CMOS battery or whatever the fuck, okay, now we're good to go. And I was like, fantastic, okay.
I feel that.
See,
But
I,
it's still like just
I
the
go
no,
so crazy with
yeah,
troubleshooting steps.
the first pushing of that button though, and just the no boot at all.
The sheer
just-
anxiety.
It's
Trust
just
me.
like, and here's the worst thing, okay? I'll tell you one extra little story on top of this. It's still
That's as
about the same
scary
thing,
as a fake
okay?
positive on a pregnancy test.
Exactly, it's the same
It
thing
is.
that happens too. This happens. So in
Anybody
where I
had
live in
those?
Canada, we lose
No,
power a
no,
lot
thank
in the
God.
winter and in the fall. We do.
Uh,
We lose
Yeah.
power quite a bit. Whenever I lose power in this house, okay, my computer will not turn on unless I go to the back of the computer, unplug it from the power supply, and plug it back in. So every time the power goes out, and my heart forgets that, like my brain, and so I push that button, and my heart goes. Oh, what happened?
God.
Like, what happened? You didn't fry my computer? The power fry my computer finally, you fucking bastard! Like, no, and
Trust
then no,
me,
and
it's
then no, and then no,
extremely
and then no.
difficult for that to
And then
happen
it's
on a power
fine.
supply. Because it's
Yeah.
almost like power supply
Good
manufacturers know what they're doing as engineers.
Well, also I have a
Like double
surge protector
fans, like,
on
God.
top of it. On top of it, I have a surge protector. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
No, you.
so like
you were
I'm trying
fine.
to protect this motherfucker. Like, so every time that happens, that I have to unplug that thing, and like if I forget it all, it's just, and I'm gonna have to go on my
Usually.
computer tomorrow again to
Mhm.
check something real quick, which is
Yeah.
gonna make my heart want to hop into my fucking chest.
Usually those types of things at most I think is data errors. That's it. Not real component damage, but data error, data loss. Like that's
Oh,
probably what you get most of.
by the way, Dio, I might need your help soon.
Yeah.
Help me set up a dual PC streaming setup.
Ooh.
Sheesh, man.
Because
Oh, it's getting going.
got daddied again for some fucking reason. But my terrifying moment to round this out, there was a girl I dated when I was
Oh,
between like
God.
23 and 25. It was before I moved from Southern California to Central California. And like I was raised Christian, but like I don't believe in church and I don't believe in the Bible because man created both of those things. Like I believe in God, I believe in something higher, but I don't believe in the shit that we made up, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
Because we don't exactly know what is actually
our
true and what
job
isn't.
is to love people the way they are, not to fucking this is what you believe or you're going to hell. Fuck you. Anyways,
Praise be.
so that's what I believe. Now, she is of Hispanic descent, right? They have a lot of saints and things like that that they can, they dedicate like little shrines to. And
Yeah.
hers was La Niña Blanca, the White Lady,
Oh.
also known as La Santa Muerte, the Saint of Death.
Oh.
She was a goth.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, y'all. She would make offerings, and you know how they have the little Hispanic candles, right? She'd special order the ones that were for La Niña Blanca, and she'd make these little shrines, and she'd put like an apple out. That apple would not rot. It would sit there for a fucking month, and it would not rot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and then every month, you switch it out with something else, and then as soon as like a day later, boom, it's rotting, it's in the trash, like it was freaky as fuck, right? I have been playing video games so long that I don't get nightmares, right? Like I still have dreams about getting chased by Chris Walker from Outlast, and my mind turns it into a fucking puzzle, right? How do I get out of? How do I escape this guy? Like I still get the adrenaline, right? But it's not like terrifying nightmare. I want to die, right?
Yeah.
Like you. But when I was dating her, I had nightmares, which is very unnatural for me. The first one was, and I remember them vividly, right? The first one was on this long road that was like a bridge over water, but it was straight, right? And I'm on an island here, and there's a parking lot to the left, and there's another island way in the distance I got to get to.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in the parking lot, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a red Jeep Grand Cherokee that I was working on, trying to get it to run again. And I look up over the hood at the fucking road, and this is like, I want to say 13 years ago. So there was no Wheel of Time series, but there was a horse and rider on the road that looked like the Fade. And the wind would blow and the cloak would not move. Like it was one of those things. It was
Oh
unnatural.
God.
I'd look and I'd look up and it was gone. And I got in the driver's seat, and I was, instead of being in the parking lot, I was on the road now, right? And I would start going, and it felt like the fucking bridge would just elongate and elongate, and I would never get where I'm going. And all of a sudden, I feel this crushing pressure on my ankles. And I look down, and I can't see my feet. It's just swirling darkness. And these pale, white hands gripping me. And they're all left hands. They're all left hands, too. You don't see anything past the wrist. And I feel this squeezing, fucking crushing pressure. It's going up my legs. It's going up here. It's across here. I don't know where I found this fucking plastic fork, but I'm trying to stab the hands with a plastic fork. I'm trying to, like, gut it to get where I'm going because I think I'll be safe. And, like, it's squeezing so hard I can't breathe. And, like, it swallows up to it's only one eye. And as it's about to close, I wake up and my heart is fucking pounding. I'm sweating. I'm like, hell no, we ain't going back to bed. Nope. That was the first one. All right.
That was just the first one.
The second one I
Holy
had.
shit.
Here's how I know something's wrong, right? And I've discovered this about myself. I never dream about the house that I'm living in. I always dream about either a house I've lived in before or a house I'm going to live in. Yes, dreams can predict things. I have this weird thing where I'll have a dream about something and I will have exactly 8 seconds of future sight.
Yeah.
But I won't know it until I recall it while it's happening. It's like that's where deja vu comes from. You dream it before it happens. If anybody's ever wondering that.
Mhm.
And exactly 8 seconds, something will trigger this memory. It's like, shit, I dreamed this. And I'll be able to predict everything that happens for the next 8 seconds. Like my uncle dropping the salt shaker into the fucking mashed potatoes. Like, it's stupid, mundane shit like that. It's never useful. But that's how it happens. Now, I dreamed about the house that I was living in. Everything was backwards. And it was very light and very bright. This is called a false sense of security. Because the TV is supposed to be on this wall, it's on this wall instead. All the furniture is mirrored. The layout of the house is the same, it just shit's backwards. Right? And I'm sitting there. And I remember on this TV, I'm playing Mario Kart. It was Double Dash. Because that's the era that I was in, right? And that was a good ass game. And
Double Dash is still fire.
I'm sitting on just like a regular like kitchen table chair with like the wooden legs and the padded seat, wooden back and everything like that, right? I'm sitting, everything's at right angles. I'm just playing and stuff like that. And in the top right corner, I noticed has gone black of the screen. And the closer my eyes get to that, the more the sound starts to dim around me. And I find myself drawn to looking at that corner. And as I do so, it grows and grows and grows. And all of a sudden, my body seizes the fuck up. I can't move. All the sound has disappeared. That same crushing feeling is back. I can't breathe. And I see a figure. This figure looked like a woman with no skin, no muscles, all skeletal face, wavy salt and pepper gray hair, and this wispy blue, like, I want to say like sheer, like some of the fabric that they make the Halloween costumes out.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be, like,
yeah.
wispy rip. It was
Yeah.
that
Like
kind of
the-
fabric,
like
but it's
thin
like a
shit.
light blue, like a creamy light blue and gray, and the eye sockets fix on me, and like I feel like the same rumbling that you feel like when you're watching The Lord of the Rings with the bass turned up and somebody's looking at the one ring and it's fucking rumbling at you. Like that's
Yeah.
what I felt.
Yeah.
And I fell over sideways
God.
out of the chair. And I'm still in that position. I'm locked. I can't move. And that face gets closer and closer and closer and closer. I still can't breathe at this point. I'm about to die. I got no air. And boom, wake up.
Fuck.
These dreams were fucking unnatural. And
Uh,
after I broke up with her, this fucking thing followed me.
she cursed your ass with that. That's
This fucking thing followed me. And it would ruin all of my attempted relationships for the next 7 years.
Man,
What?
motherfuckers need to stop dealing in witchcraft when they don't
It's
know what the
this,
fuck
so
they're
this is
doing.
why when you said that this guy was into like blood rituals, that's exactly what I thought of. Is like, 'cause some of that shit works,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Who are we to say
I know it.
magic is just like magic? Okay, what do they say? Sufficiently advanced technology is akin to magic, right? If there is a way to make something work that we don't understand, we're just going to call it magic because we don't understand it,
Yeah.
right?
Like
now we just have it
like
worded
like
for
the shit we
science.
have right now would be considered magic like hundreds of years ago. You know? Like-
Absolutely, because you wouldn't be able to tell people how it worked. You take out a fucking lighter. Okay, you remember Hocus Pocus when he takes out the lighter and like the rain,
Mhm.
the not the
Mhm.
rain but the fucking sprinkler when the witches come back.
Yep.
Fire sprinkler, like anything that you don't understand, like you're gonna call it magic. And some people
Yeah.
have figured out ways to do shit that we don't understand.
See, I haven't determined if that guy was like legit or not, right? Till this day, I don't know. This was just a moment I just remembered.
I think he was young enough to be harmless, but I think he was interested.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was definitely signs of the occult hardcore.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
'Cause that
But
is-
he was doing some
oh.
occult shit, and I don't know if it was a joke or
Yeah.
not. And it was, and mind you, the rest of my classmates are all white. So
Yeah,
all
so
the
now you
white
gotta be
dudes,
extra careful.
all the white dudes were like, yeah, it's whatever. Like they're ignorant, right? They just think it's a practical joke. This dude is looking at me saying some occult shit and trying to scare me, and I believed it because at the time I was far more religious than I used to be, right?
Yeah.
In my religion, in our religious sort of things, we learn about things like sort of mythical stuff, like black magic, stuff like that, right? Like there's this whole like we have like these superstitions where like if someone
Yeah.
if you don't do like a certain thing, someone will cast an evil eye on you or some shit like that, right? And which like brings like misfortune or whatever.
Mhm.
I was since that was drilled into my mind and I didn't really know better, right? That shit the occult shit hit warning signals immediately for me, right?
Yeah.
So regardless of if it was the real thing or not, that shit was
Well,
terrifying.
If you think about
Oh,
it, because
yeah.
I've had a lot of like, and you wouldn't know this from somebody who's brought up Christian, right? But I've had a lot of friends who were Wiccan, and you would think like most the typical Christian that you hear about is very closed minded, calls everything Satan and witchcraft and everything like that, right? But what is witchcraft but like an alternate way to do things? Because if you think about it, everything is energy. That's what I believe the soul is, right? We all have a type of energy to us,
Mhm.
right? When these people engage in these activities, what are they trying to do? They are trying to gather, compress, and release an energy in a specific way.
Yeah,
If you
fair
want to
enough.
break it down to bare bones, if it's exactly the same as you would in science, when you're firing fucking electrons at each other just to see what'll happen. You are trying to
Yep,
harness
trying to
an
see if
energy.
you can get the nuke to go off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
chemical reactions, compounds,
So
stuff like that.
Alchemic
I find it
behavior.
really interesting,
chemistry.
the subject of witchcraft and Wicca and things like that, just because there are people who have figured out how to do some things. Like a lot of psychics out there are straight up scammers, right?
Yeah, but there's a
Yes,
few
and then the
psychics
very
that just
small
do some
amount.
next shit.
But you got to think about these buildings that have been around for 40 or 50 years, and either they're the greatest con artists on earth, or they've actually helped some people.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like there's
Oh, yeah.
and I don't want to get it into people's minds that you should believe everything you hear. Always be skeptical. Everything deserves to be researched. Blind faith is the most dangerous thing in the world because blind
Mhm.
faith is a cult mentality. Question your God. Question your Bible. Right?
Oh,
If
you
there's
have to.
no answer, there's something fishy.
Do your taxes.
Lucifer,
Yeah.
Satan,
No,
is
I don't
not a
agree with that.
fucking goat-headed devil. He is the most beautiful archangel that fell from the heavens.
Because
if you
he
ever
didn't
meet
agree with
Lucifer,
God's
you're not
plan.
gonna know. He's gonna be gorgeous. Man,
Yep.
he's got pride. Like this is there was one thing that I always like to talk about. It's just like a critical thinking thing. Right? And I don't want to like sour people by making things too religious, but if you think like scientifically about the book of Genesis and like mythologically, as somebody who likes Greek mythology or somebody who likes, Aztec mythology or any of like the pantheons of, that these polytheistic societies used to worship, right? The most famous being of course Greek. But we have three basic sections to the world, right? We have Asia, we have Europe, Africa, we have the Americas. In Genesis, they described Lucifer as coming down as a serpent in the earliest translations. In the later translations, they said snake, and he was made to crawl upon his belly. There's no fucking way he would ever have done that. He's too proud, right? If the lore is to be believed. So, but they said serpent. Serpent was the word that was used, and in Greeks have a lot of words. They have 4 different words for love, and they're all a different kind of love. But as far as the serpent goes, what mythological creature do all 3 of these sections of the world believe in before they've had any contact with each other?
God.
No, I know
we're
what
talking
it is.
about. We're talking about a creature.
I know what it
A
is because I've heard the
creature.
story. But
Yeah, 'cause I've talked with Beast about this.
You
Yeah.
talked about this.
Before they've had any chance to share any data, any information, any legends, or anything like that, all 3 sections of the world believed in this one creature. And the creature is a dragon. The Asians had their Eastern dragons. The Europeans had their Western style dragons, right, in lore and mythos. And the more like the Mayans and Aztecs had the Quetzalcoatl, which was like more of like a winged serpent. So I believe that
Shenrons.
basically, yeah. So putting all this together in the book of, if the book of Genesis is to be believed, I think Lucifer appeared as a dragon, which fits his personality perfectly.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
It's pretty
If you
grand.
think about that,
That's
right?
more
That's
Just,
grand.
just as a weird,
King of
like,
Hell.
it doesn't need to be like blasphemy or anything like that, but just like critically think about this. Kind of how cool would it be if part of like our history, if
part
in,
of
like,
fucking lore.
if in 1,000 years science and religion and theology start to prove each other, that we can actually identify these other beings that are, you know, bigger and more powerful than us and have more, you know, that we're somebody's Sims project, right?
Imagine.
Like how cool it would be to know that
It's
this
D&D,
guy
bro.
fell from the heavens and said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna come at you as a dragon.
It's D&D, bro. It's D&D, bro.
Look,
It's D&D. That's all it is.
I,
Our
poly-
lives are
I
D&D.
polymorph. What do
God's
you
just a
polymorph?
DM.
What do you
Whoever you
polymorph?
believe in.
Myself.
The Bible is just the story of the campaign.
Yeah, that's
As
just the
what? A
module.
dragon.
That's just guidelines. Like,
Dude, our
Yeah, so we started off the campaign, and congrats,
dude,
Jesus.
our entire lives from start to finish are just one shots.
absolutely, good God. Fucking,
straight.
what? You gotta roll a
What
new
level
character
are you?
And you don't remember your past life, but you have like little twinges. Like, does anybody ever get that? Like, something feels familiar.
I've done some jives.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you feel like
absolutely.
you know shit that you're not supposed to know.
Yep.
That is the one sense that we are left without in
Same.
this world. We
I've-
have the 5 simple senses, but there's a 6th that we're missing.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
is knowledge.
I've determined that I'm an agnostic theist. I will never doubt any religions or anything like that. Though I like to interpret my own
Smart man.
philosophies that I've learned from the religious background that I come from the ethnicity that I come from, and interpret it my own way that I feel is believable, and then I just go with that.
And again,
Yeah,
like, ask
that's-
questions. I always tell people having faith in something is important. It doesn't have to be a god. If you're an atheist, have faith in your work, have faith in your personality, your ability, have faith in your dreams and your goals, have faith in something. It doesn't need to be a god. But
Yeah,
if
believe in something.
having faith in a god or gods, if you're a part of a religion that's polytheistic, is what gives you hope and keeps you going forward, then by all means.
We have so many gods.
Right? Like, so, like,
So
like the
true.
main one being Brahma, but you know, there's Rama, there's Ganesh, there's
Shiva.
Shiva,
Vishnu.
there's Kali, there's like Vishnu, yeah, like, and it's really cool to see like how creative like all of these different theologies have set up their pantheons, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I
where
never
did
thought
they
we'd
get
get
this-
religious
Told you
or
it's
like
I
somewhat
know.
religious in the podcast. We're
Hopefully-
just
hopefully
talking
this
about
really
isn't
helping
rubbing
me
anybody
earlier
the wrong
because this
way.
is right my fucking alley, man. I love the religious speak.
Hey man, I see.
done
It's funny.
dived.
It's funny. I care more about religion in D&D than I do in real life.
Right,
that
yeah.
weird?
But
Is
I
that
really,
weird?
like,
That's the
one of
fun,
the
dude.
things
I have a
I'm
higher religion
interested
score as
in
Cosmo.
is like the ancient like Christian mythos, or like before it was even called Christianity, because there were different types of angels, right? The seraphim are the ones that we think of, right? The right hands of God, the messengers, everything like that. But we forget about the Nephilim, which were the children of angels and humans. They were demi angels, and they walked the earth in the Old Testament, right? This is before the floods.
Yep.
Then you have the cherubim. The cherubim each had specific jobs, right? And there's like 7 other types of angel. Like, how cool would it be to just to be able to dig up all this info, everything that's been researched around it, and fucking run a D&D campaign around that? Can you
Oh,
imagine
dude,
pretty
playing like a
interesting.
I've
half
been
seraphim
trying.
character? Like,
That's pretty
I've been
crazy.
trying to find a way into taking the world's religions and everything else and making a timepiece accurate, like back into 1806, like Civil
Ooh.
War-esque pirate, where you could have, because the Knights of the Round Table existed at
Uh-huh.
the same time as the Wild West and the Industrial Revolution, all basically happened around the same central time piece. So you could
Yeah,
have
same
a
in
pirating
the same
adventure
sphere.
with a Wild
Yeah.
West
so then bring that all
cowboy.
together in a
and-
game. That'd be
Yeah,
Bro.
and you can have like people from tribes who
There-
haven't been industrialized yet.
And then there's me.
There was
I
a-
just do space.
there was
Yeah,
there was
sure.
I do
a
anime
video
space.
game. There was a video game called El Shaddai. I think it was called like Rise of the Metatron or something like that, where you play as Enoch, who is I forget what exactly he is, but you go through the heavens fighting all these different types of angels and stuff like that to get back to God. And I think like
Alright.
it was super interesting, like how they played it out and they set it up and stuff like that.
You know what? There's another game like that. You know what it's called? God of War.
There's also another game like that. You know what it's also called? Dante's Inferno.
I was gonna say
Dante's Inferno was sick.
It's
And
the
you know
bomb,
the
bro.
one and only.
And trust
you
me
know
when I
there's
say
another
this,
one?
there was boobies.
Oh
And
yeah,
you know
there was
what?
some-
There's another
There
one
was
too.
nasty boobies, and there was
Up in that
nice
shit.
boobies.
There's
you get
another
to
one
go-
too. It's called
whole-
Devil May Cry.
shut the fuck.
That
I
one's
wish-
shy.
I
You're
wish we had
stretching.
more time to talk about Dante's Inferno. Oh,
Oh
but
my god.
anyways, hopefully y'all in the audience didn't feel too put out
Listeners,
by
audiences,
Ah,
Yeah.
all the peoples. Yo,
because
look.
I just like to think about stuff and think what if. So
Yeah, I mean,
hope
hey,
you guys
in-
enjoyed this.
That's
It's
the
been a
most
long time
important
since
thing.
I've been on here.
Have you seen Marvel's What If?
I'd love to see if you guys want me to come back or if I should just shut my mouth and stay off the pod.
It's fine, yo. Comments.
Yeah, let us know
Alright,
what you
yo,
think.
tell us all the things. If you like Vic,
Let us know.
then
And if-
give us a bump in viewership. If not, then don't.
If
If
not-
there's something that you want us to talk about, communicate it to us.
Bring it.
What do we do?
Communicate it. We
Do
got
use
it. We got
Twitter?
the
What do we
whiteboard.
do?
We got Twitter, we got YouTube, we got all the things, bro. We got Discord and shit. Everything's in the
Do we
link
got
tree in
MySpace?
the
Do we got
descriptions, brother.
MySpace up there?
All right, get on that link tree then.
What about a
Everything's
quiz?
on the
Wait.
link tree. All the
I got
things.
MySpace. Add me on MySpace. My name is
Oh.
Mike.
Dude, we're always trying to think of shit to put on you on Twitter. Though we've been lacking on Twitter lately. That's my fault, but still, we'll get some shit on the Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hell
Don't
yeah,
forget to look
brother.
up Dipshit's podcast on Grinder.
On Grindr.
Yeah, man. Draven's on it, so we'll get that.
You know it. I'm the
You
face.
know
Draven
it, bro.
runs
He's
the
face of
Grindr.
it. Yeah.
Specifically. Specifically.
Yeah.
I'm running that.
I run the
Grindr.
Tinder.
Yeah. Beast runs the Tinder. Vic runs the Facebook dating.
You're not wrong. Fucking-
Dio runs the Instagram stock.
No, I run the Discord, bro. I run the
Oh
Discord.
no, you run
that's
the
what I'm
Discord.
telling
Yeah, no. Bender runs the
you.
Instagram.
Bender runs the Instagram.
Draven
There
runs
you
the
go.
drinks counter. You still can't get away from it. You can't escape.
Anyway,
Draven, I'm
yo.
so glad to do something with you again, dude. It's been so long.
Dude, I've been waiting. I'm so happy that you asked me to come up on here. It was so much fun.
Yo, that's it.
I'm
Take it
happy
easy,
to-
everybody. We'll see you guys
Peace.
next week and shit.
Howdy.
Bye.
5,000.
Later.
Wu-Tang.